All right, what is going on, guys? And no, this is not going to be a solo Save Slot podcast. This is just a little interjection before we get into the full show that we recorded last night. But as I was editing the Save Slot podcast episode 6 that you're about to watch, we did get an update on one of the stories that we talked about on the podcast. So I will be removing the part where we talk about PAX East because we did get a very substantial update this morning involving PlayStation's involvement in PAX East. So I figured I'd just read the quote here from the PlayStation blog, and of course a link will be in the description. It says here, quote, "Today Sony Interactive Entertainment made the decision to cancel its participation at PAX East in Boston this year due to increasing concerns related to the COVID-19, also known as the coronavirus. We felt this was the safest option as the whole thing is changing daily. We are disappointed to cancel our participation in this event, but the health and safety of our global workforce is our highest concern." And so they have pulled out at PAX East. This is very, very notable because, of course, Last of Us Part 2 was going to be playable at this event. People were going to be able to go and actually play the game and have hands-on. And so now I don't know if people are ever going to, I'm not like the public. I mean, like, I don't know if the public is ever going to get a chance to actually, get hands on PAX East. And now that, we also had the Taipei, was it? There was also another show that we did talk about as well a few weeks ago that was also canceled, and Last of Us Part 2 was supposed to be there, and they're supposed to have a trailer there as well. So it looks like, this is going to be pretty rocky the next few months. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is just something that I definitely was not expecting. I didn't anticipate them to pull out because of coronavirus, honestly. The Taipei one, I'm pretty sure it was Taipei. If not, I'm sorry. But, that one made a little bit more sense because that one was actually in a region where the coronavirus, where the virus was a little bit closer to them and stuff like that. And so, obviously, PAX East being in Boston, they figured, okay, like, it's probably going to be okay, but I guess they felt the need to pull out due to coronavirus. So I will be cutting that part out of the episode, but just wanted to put it up here up front that PlayStation will not be coming to PAX East due to the coronavirus. So if you bought tickets, I'm sure they're doing refunds of some sort. I'm not really 100% sure what they're doing from that standpoint. I wasn't planning on going to PAX East, but that is where we're at. So unfortunate news right there, but let's get on to the full episode. What's going on, guys? It is your boy TKD1 here, back again here on Save Slot Podcast, episode 6.
6. Yeah.
6? Why does that seem so wrong?
I don't know. I mean, we've just been in it for a minute now, We're veterans in the game.
I'm going to let you lovely gents do your intro and plug whatever you need to plug. I'm going to check and make sure it is episode 6 because I feel like that's so wrong. But
no, that's right. I'm pretty sure that's right. But yeah, check it. I'm Jamal.
Brent here.
Yeah, that's Brent.
I was pointing at Jamal when I said Brent.
You'll never know. But you could know if you check out our podcast, which is GameSpeak Podcast, and it's on all podcast platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, all the great stuff out there. And also you can find us on our website, which is createforsanity.com. We just do like all around video game news.
Also, of course, links in the description for these fine gentlemen right here.
Appreciate it.
To my left. So, and of course, you are watching this on, of course, either youtube.com/PlayStation Source, or if you're not, you're probably watching it or listening to it on podcast services. If you are not, down below in the description, you can check out our Anchor link where you can find our link to our different podcast services. That, of course, being Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, Spotify, all the good stuff where you can find us there to listen to our, thoughts and opinions on different things. And specifically on Save Slot Podcast. So make sure to go check out that good stuff down below in the description. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter as well, at PSSourceOfVids as well. You can do those old things. Do all those things. Link plural, links. I cannot do this intro. Wow, links in the description. So, it. Because I can't talk right now, I'm going to let y'all talk about what you two have been playing. Oh, wait, let's just bring up the elephant in the room. The homie Taj, we're not going to roast him this episode for half missing. Yeah. He only gets roasted if he, like, just doesn't pull up and doesn't have a reason. All right, this one's a good reason. He's doing his homework. His la tarea for my Hispanics out there. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing, you know. So actually, he's doing calculus.
What did you just say though?
La tarea.
What does that mean?
That means homework in Spanish.
You want to know what's really funny is that I was just in Spanish too, and like that was at the top of all my homework, and I had no idea what that meant. I just never thought to look it up or anything.
Yeah, that means homework.
I'm sorry. Well, I just had to ask. I was like, wait, this is my chance. Like you said it.
What does it mean? But shout out.
I was like context clues here, you know.
I want to say no. There's no way math is matemáticas. That doesn't sound right.
That sounds right.
It might be. It sounds. I mean,
sounds
right.
cool.
It sounds
however
like
you say, you know, even if it's wrong, it sounds.
You would say mathematics, but matemáticas. But I don't think that's how you say it. I really doubt that's it.
I just like when you say that. You can say that as much as you want.
That just sounds wrong to me. But
matemáticas. It's not as sexy when I say it.
He's doing calculus, so let's hope that homie gets, you know, the good grades in school this semester, you know what I'm saying? So he may pop up sometime in the middle of this show or not turn up at all. I gave him the option to do either or, but we will not roast the homie this episode because he's doing it for homework, so it's all good, right?
He misses another episode, though.
Yeah.
It's gone down.
I say
we're going to roast so hard.
I say we immediately roast him if he doesn't give us a reason. We don't roast him on the first offense of homework, but if it's 2 times in a row or every second time on homework, we roast him. If
because you got to get your priorities straight at that point. You know, you got to be doing your homework
absolutely
after the show. You know?
Absolutely. so for sure, the next time he misses homework, we have to roast him. But this time, we're gonna let the homie slide. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Benefit of the doubt.
Shout out to the homie Taj. Of course, links for him are in the description as well. So what have I can't talk. What have you guys been playing here? I'm gonna let you two just pick. Whoever wants to go first. I feel like I always pick. I'm gonna let y'all pick.
Okay, I've been playing The Evil Within. And you know how earlier you were talking about games that feel influenced by The Last of Us?
Yes.
Dude, I've noticed that The Evil Within has a lot of like Last of Us feeling like elements as far as like ammo management and like monsters and fucking like throwing the bottles to distract people and like melee weapons and stuff. Just a lot of it feels really Last of Us-y. It almost feels like a Naughty Dog kind of game. I don't know, it's weird. But I'm really enjoying it.
It's from Remedy, right?
I can't remember.
I don't think so.
I'm not entirely sure who made it. I think it might just be some weird, like, game developer.
Yeah, I can't remember who did it, but it's like the original team from the old Resident Evil games, like something like that.
It has a really Resident Evil-y vibe. The game itself kind of reminds me of like Resident Evil and Saw and Silent Hill all mixed together.
It's like Ubisoft or something. I can't remember who.
It's a big name publisher with like a smaller studio under it, I think.
Bethesda. It's Bethesda.
I can't believe we got all these wrong. Yeah, the publisher is Bethesda. The developer is Tango Gameworks.
Tango, yeah, that's right.
Forgot about Tango Gameworks under Bethesda. But I have always kind of wanted to try out this series. Maybe I'll give it a shot.
I got it for $10 at GameStop. And okay, do you go to GameStop ever, like frequently? You're not a pro member, are you?
I am a pro member only because I like getting the Game Informers every month.
Awesome, me too. So if you're a pro member at GameStop, it started on January of this year. Now they give you $5 in credit every month. So take yourself up to GameStop, and I got both The Evil Within 1 and 2, and I got both of my $5 credits and put it on there. and both games were only $10. So I only paid $10 in total for both games after my credits. So
that's a
pretty cool.
Wow.
That's what I said. I was like, that's a lot of game for $10, you know?
Look at that. What you looking
Might as well use it before GameStop's gone.
Yeah. Right? That's what I'm saying.
I hope one day GameStop gets back in the news cycle, because I do want to talk about, like, how long do we actually think GameStop's going to be around? But that could be for another day, because I have some thoughts.
Not much longer, man. I'll tell you.
Definitely.
Yeah, if they can make it till the end of the year for like the new console releases, then I say probably like max like 5 years. If they shut, or if they go bankrupt before the end of the year, then they're just out.
We should collab on a video about this, because I think we could elaborate on that.
Oh, 100%. Oh, yo, I'm down. Absolutely, I'm down. So Evil Within, do you think you'll go to the sequel after this?
Maybe. I don't know. I get in these manias where like I get really into a game, and sometimes I'll play through the whole series. Like I did that with the Batman Arkham games or whatever.
Yeah.
I played through all of them back to back, and right now I'm really into the Evil Within. But we'll see if it like holds my attention through the whole game. Like a lot of times, like I'll get halfway through a game or like 3/4 of the way through a game, and it just loses me. I don't know sometimes.
Right. I feel you.
But I'm digging it right now. I like the upgrade elements in the game. Like there's just like hidden keys all throughout the game, and like you can open lockers with the keys, and it kind of feels like Yakuza Kiwami. Have you ever played that, where there's like keys all over the place and you go open the lockers and there's like fun hidden shit in it? I don't know. I really like that. So little things like that keep me like interested in the gameplay and stuff, you know?
I feel that.
And the world is interesting.
I feel that. I feel like, considering how much I'm liking Resident Evil, which I know I still haven't beaten that game, I got to some interesting parts though. I got to to not spoil it, the alligator part or the crocodile part. I got to that, and I'm back to Leon. To not spoil it, I did that one thing when you played with that one character, that, in that, right.
In that one place.
In that one spot.
Yeah, definitely in that one spot under that one thing. Yeah, I did
Whoa,
that.
Whoa, Whoa. Getting too close to spoiler territory right now.
Also, I was under something. You don't know what I'm under. You know what I'm saying? I'm under something. But I am back to Leon, if you will, to be as vague as possible. But Jamal,
I love that game.
You got all the cords out for PSVR. Plug them in.
I did. I borrowed Brent's VR. I borrowed Brent's PSVR because he's been playing on that Oculus Quest or whatever. He thinks he's too bougie now. So I borrowed his PSVR and jumped on Firewall Zero Hour. I always want to say Horizon Zero Dawn.
Dude, I know, bro. I know. I was on that too.
Firewall 0 Hour is tight. All right. So I was playing it with this dude. So like I'm playing in training mode. And everybody speaks a different language for some reason. I guess there's just not that many people playing. And so this game is like Rainbow Six, but in VR. And so this guy who barely speaks English is like trying to teach me how to play the game. So like we're running through it, and he's just like laser, and he's like pointing his like gun laser at like things that I need to pick up and stuff. And so I'm like, oh, okay, all right. And so I go over and I like pick it up, and he's like, good job. And like, and so then we like go around, we like go and like we're playing this one mode where we're like on the defensive, and like all these bots come in and start like laying waste to me and like some other newbies. And the guy is like walking around, and he's like shooting the like all of a sudden you see the bodies like start falling, and he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, like counting them off as he's knocking them down. And then he comes to heal us, and he's like 1, like after he heals one of us, and like starts counting up again. It was pretty so funny.
He's like really into the shit. Like, damn, I cursed.
Oh yeah, dude. He was.
All right.
Oh yeah, I think we cursed way early into this.
Did we?
I think Brent said the F word at some point.
Really?
Sorry.
Yeah,
okay. Well, my shit was at 11 minutes, so we'll see if I made it past the threshold.
Yeah, what is the threshold?
Dude,
do you know yet?
I think it's 5 minutes, but I'm still testing it with this podcast. So
did we get flagged on the last couple?
Yeah, last week we did. I think the one before we didn't. Well,
we gotta start. We gotta start like putting like cat meows or something over
Yeah,
like
I
all
know,
the curse words.
That would be a hilarious way to censor this.
That would be really funny.
Meow.
So overall, are you? So I mean, like, how does it play? Like pretty well. Like, does it play pretty good? Or like, what are your thoughts on like? I guess working with it's a first person shooter, I believe, in
Correct.
VR.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
how's it play?
it's kind of like search and destroy in Call of Duty, where
Mhm.
like there's like something that you got to go set off or whatever. You're like looking for laptops for some reason, and then like when you're on the defensive, you like hide the laptop, and they have to come and find it and like deactivate it or something. The game's pretty interesting. It feels like paintball. Like it just
It
imagine
does
you're
feel a
playing
lot like
paintball,
paintball.
Interesting.
but with guns, real guns. Real world violence. No,
You really do get a paintball vibe from it though, because it's like 2 teams of 4, and it starts you on these little maps, and you like there's obstacles and stuff you can hide behind. I don't know, it's pretty.
yeah,
cool.
and you can like lean like over like around corners and stuff, and like you can open doors, plant C4 explosives. You can do a lot of stuff. It's next level.
Dang. The one would say the future. Interesting.
And it's really great graphics for a PSVR
It's pretty good, yeah.
game. Like it
I've
looks
seen
excellent.
some gameplay. It looks like I'm like, damn, like this honestly doesn't look that bad. Like, not to like crap on like every PSVR game or like VR game in general, but like, to have a game running in VR, it's gonna take a hit graphically. That's just where we're at right now with the technology. With what they can render in a 360-degree view, space. You know what I'm saying? But that one looks pretty good. I like it.
The weird thing is though, like even with the graphics being subpar, when you're in a VR game, you almost can't even tell really. Like it's just it's so immersive that like you forget to care about the graphics. Like I don't know how to explain it, but
I think it's just the fact that it's like all around you.
Yeah, and it's not like you're like looking at like a screen that's close to your face. It literally like envelops you, like you're in there. It's like your eyes are being tracked or something like that. I forget what it's called, but like, that's pretty interesting. The one thing I was gonna say about the PSVR though, I forgot. Dang it! It's super important though, or not important, but I thought it was really interesting.
I mean,
I guess I'll come back to it.
Yeah, if you ever remember that thought, please definitely let us know. But like, I did have just one more question about your experience with this game. Have you been playing it with the DualShock 4 or with Move Wands? Like,
no, I got the light gun or whatever it's called.
The aim
controller.
The whole thing. Damn.
That's the way to do it, man.
Yeah,
honestly,
So it's tight. So I'm like looking down the sights and everything. Like you can actually lift it up and look down. Just like, bleh. That's the sound that I make when I'm. People don't like playing VR with me because that's all they hear. Like,
That's dope.
like, bro, there's sound
dope.
effects in the game. I'm like, I can't hear you.
Max Payne, huh?
I am playing that as well. Reason why is because I got on like a Remedy kick recently. I don't know why we were talking about Remedy, but I was like, you know what? I never played Max Payne 2, and I've played the first Max Payne game like 100 times. So like, I went to go find it. I was like, maybe I can find it on PlayStation. Nope, you can't find it on there. I should have known. Checked Xbox because it has backwards compatibility. Nope, you can't play Max Payne on Xbox. You can't play the first, second, or third on any of the consoles, modern day consoles. So I had to go on to Steam, and they had a bundle for $14.99, Max Payne and Max Payne 2. And then so I think I have like 30 minutes left of gameplay basically in the first Max Payne game, and then after I finish that, I'm gonna jump into Max Payne 2 for the first time. And let me tell you, these games hold up, bro. They hold up so well. Like even if you've never played them.
Early 2010s, I think, right? Like, wasn't it?
Oh, dude, the first Max Payne came out whenever I was like a kid. I'm talking like this was probably around 2007, 2000. No, it was before that. It was like 2005.
Wow.
It was like the first game.
Wow, I'm way off.
In my opinion, Max Payne, like the original Max Payne, the control scheme is best on PC too, because that's the game it was like. That's how it was originally like meant to be played. You know what I mean? So I just feel like it translates really well to PC.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I want to look at the year that came out because
yeah, definitely. Because wait, which Max Payne came out in like 2010, 2011, 2012? Which Max Payne?
Probably
was that?
3.
That's
got to have been the third one.
Am I?
Yeah, you're thinking of Max Payne 3.
I'm probably thinking Max Payne.
Because that came out when I was in high school, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm probably thinking of Max Payne 3.
Not entirely sure.
I never played any of the Max Paynes. Never.
I know that I played the original Max Payne on PC, and then I played it again on Xbox, and I never played the second one, like Jamal.
It came out in 2001.
Wow.
Wow, we're way off.
And I'm telling you, the game holds up, bro. It holds up.
2001.
Yep.
I was 3 years old.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like
That's
9 or
nuts.
something. No, I wasn't even 9 yet. It's 1992.
Yeah, you must
I was
have been
9. Yeah, I was 9 years.
Damn, wait, you're that much older than me? That's
Yeah, bro.
Ooh.
I'm such a
28.
youngin, bro.
Ugh.
I'm such a young. I turned
Such
22
a
next
youngin.
week. Yeah. Turned 22.
Yeah, don't let the
Enjoy
time
it.
pass you by, bro.
I mean,
Spend it.
all I know is that from 21 to 22, that was the fastest year, but so much happened in that
You just
year,
get faster every year. I feel like
Do
your
they really?
perspective of time changes
Yeah.
as you get older.
Bro. Oh no, it definitely has to. Bro.
Years go by faster. Or
Oh,
something.
100%.
I don't know.
Has to. 100%. 100%. But
Yeah, you start to become more acquainted with the reality that you're slowly turning into your parents, and then you're gonna turn into your grandparents, and then
That-
you die.
and like I don't know. I just feel like like life is getting a lot easier to navigate, if that makes sense.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
you definitely pick up like, oh no, like this is what this is. Like it's not so much a question anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
I wouldn't say
digress.
easier to navigate, easier to understand, harder to navigate. It's like, oh, I
That's a
know
great
why
way of
this
putting
isn't
it.
working.
That's a great way
But-
to play it, actually. Yeah, that's a great. You
There's
you
nothing I
understand
can do about
why it's bullshit. But right. I feel that. Well, considering of putting up with stuff over the years, a long time series that I really I feel like this game in a lot of ways like made me a hardcore gamer in the ways of like this is the first game that like I like was obsessed with. That's actually not true at all. It's not true. It was like I don't want to put it, Call of Duty. Longtime Call of Duty fan. I don't know how to phrase it. I've been a COD fan for years. So Modern Warfare Season 2 just kicked off. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think?
So the main thing I want to bring up about Modern Warfare Season 2 is that they did put a lot of Modern Warfare 2 things in this Season 2. Second season, Modern Warfare Season 2. I think that's what they were going for. They put what in essence is the UMP-45. I know in terms of like gun reviews that I watch, shout out to Drifter, shout out to Exclusive Ace on YouTube. It's not quite like the UMP-45, but it looks like it, so I'll take it. But more importantly, they added Rust in the game. On paper, it sounded like it'd be cool because having the nostalgia, right? But just how fast you die in this game, right? And to be fair,
That's kind of a trademark of Rust, though.
exactly.
Just-
because you died really fast in Marvel 2 anyway. So
yeah.
I don't know if I'm having
Kind of
like
a notoriously controversial map as far as like spawn camping and shit goes.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think it's just like, hey, like you haven't played Marvel 2 Rust on PS3, in a while, and this is pretty close to what it actually is. Like if I went back, I bet like I want a Modern Warfare 2 remake, right? I'm one of the people that want it, but I understand that hey, if we got Modern Warfare 2 in 2020, like just as is, right? People would hate it. People would not like it. I know that for a fact. For a fact. There are so many problems in that game, but that's not the game of question here. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season 2, I think it's good. I think it's a pretty good season. They added a lot of cool stuff to it. And one of the things we'll talk about later on in this save slot, episode 6, is going to be, the Battle Royale, which has been pretty much leaked and pretty much confirmed, which we touched on a little bit last week, but there's been some more details in there as well that we'll add on to. But things that I didn't list that I'm still playing, Resident Evil 2 Remake. I know it's taking me forever to get through this game. I apologize. You know, a homie's busy over here.
How dare you?
I know. But I'm still chugging through that. Still enjoying that. Pokemon, whenever I can play it, you know, it's not like Pokemon, I'm just going to take it slow. You know, I'm going to just chip it away at it. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to chip it away at it. Like, I feel like I could not sit there and play Pokemon for like more than like an hour and a half. You know,
that's kind of how it's turned for me. Like as a kid, like red and blue, like yellow, I could play all day, you know, no matter what. But like as I've gotten older, like even with this new Pokemon game, I found I was sitting there playing for like an hour and then I'd have to get up and go do something else. And then like I'd come back to it. It's like, I don't know, something about it is just not as catchy as it used to be. And I think it's just age. You know,
I mean,
like,
I don't know if you recall, but this is my first Pokemon that I remember playing in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
This is
yeah.
Yeah.
But you're coming in as an adult on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like it's the age thing. It's
I am feeling that too. It's like, man, like I bet this would be really cool if I was like 10,
12.
You know what I'm saying? But like,
it's like
but when it's like, man, like, so I don't know if I was like expecting more out of it, considering how much people loved it. But I guess I really just misjudged how much of that love is just really just nostalgia, which is not a bad thing. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But there's just really nothing that mechanically deep about the game. Like once you understand what counters what, it's merely just an act of you just choosing what's the most effective, making sure you heal, catch Pokemon in the wild, add to your Pokedex, and that's pretty much it. Like there's raids that seem pretty cool that my friend was showing me that he's waiting till I can rank up a little bit higher to be able to experience those, you know, which look pretty cool. But I'm like, man, like there's I guess like like this is the gameplay, you know.
I think that's one of the things that a lot of people like about Pokemon though is that it's just that it is so simple. Yeah, there's not much to it. It's kind of like an Animal Crossing kind of like pick it up and don't have to work too hard to figure it all out kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Like
I do fucking love Animal Crossing though. And dude, did y'all see that motherfucking direct that's happening, bro, on Thursday? You got me.
Wait, when is that happening?
It's happening Thursday
coming pretty
morning.
soon, I think.
Thursday morning.
Thursday morning. Why did we not talk about this on our show?
I don't know. I forgot about it.
Yo, that broke like 5 hours ago.
That's why. Okay, that pisses me off because I was all hyped up on these rumors about the Nintendo Direct coming, and then of course, when I'm on the show, they want to just announce this.
That's highly unfortunate.
Like I don't exist or something. It's almost like they don't care.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Unfortunate, but to do a shameless plug, I will be reacting live to the Direct with my homie Christian Buckley on Joy Clicks.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Hit up that.
I want to see y'all get so excited for the new Pokemon game.
It's again, absurdly early in the morning. It's like 7 a.m. No, not 7 a.m. I think it's like 6 a.m. for me. I think 6 or 7. I gotta check again, but it's dumb early. So catch me tired as hell on this Direct live reactions. Hope you enjoy it. But the next game I want to get into that I've been playing that will roll into the main topics of the show is a little game called Dreams. Of course, Media Molecule, long time in the making. 8 years in the making, actually, if we're being honest about it. You know what I'm saying? So I did play through the Media Molecule story mode of Dreams. It's called Art's Dream. If you have Dreams, it is Art's, like ART''S, like it's a possessive ''S. You know what I'm saying? Art's
somebody
Dream.
Named Art.
Yes, precisely. Someone named Art. His Dream. By Media Molecule that acts as the main story mode. You will recognize a lot of the things in that Dream with different trailers that they have put out for Dreams, and then different marketing stuff that they have put out for it. Like that's where it derives from. And it's about a 2.5 hour long experience. So think of it like one episode of like a Square Enix Life is Strange episode. You know, it'll run you about 2.5 hours pretty much. And I thought it was great. I thought it was a lot more dynamic than I was expecting, which makes sense because they want to show off like what you can create in Dreams. Yeah, like not only the power, but like also like how dynamic game creation can be in in dreams, right? And like I was thinking a lot about like, man, like it's all dreams honestly is a really cool thing to come from Media Molecule because it's the honest like is what you would imagine the next step would be after Little Big Planet. You know, after them making, hey, here's a side scroller platformer, you know what I'm saying? And like this is what it is, right? And to blow it up to like literally any game that you can think of, you know, is really, really cool. And I haven't gone through any of the user created dreams yet. That's
what I'm excited about.
Yeah. So I will bring you all that next week because I still have yet to dive into that. I had to go to work today, unfortunately. So I just did the Arts Dream stream. And by the way, that is up on the channel, youtube.com/PlayStation. You can check out that full live stream if you want to, you know, go through that whole Let's Play. You can check that out. But overall, I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a really great experience. Very well done. Very compelling story. I don't want to, like, you know, blow up and, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Spoil.
Like overhype it? Oh,
spoil
it?
Spoil the actual story. But it's a very touching, like, and it definitely hits home, like, especially for creatives like us, you know, like for people that like make content and for people that, you know, do what we do, you know what I'm saying? It definitely does hit home in a lot of ways to like that. Like if you've ever like doubted something that you're working on, you know, and it transcends to everything like besides like creation, you know, like, but I feel like it'll double down on content creators, but it could be for anything, you know, like if you ever experience like self-doubt, you know, like that's essentially what the story's about. So it's very, very cool. Very, very good. I definitely liked it a lot. But I'll let you all know how I feel about some of the other dreams I get into next week. So
Man,
check out
I think I'm going to buy it. It was only $40.
Yeah, it's $40. I say it's worth it, yo. I say it's 100% worth it. 100%.
See, my thing is, like, I don't really have any desire to make my own dream or game or anything, but I can't wait to play all the shit that other people come up with. Like, I am so excited about trying everybody's games and, like, stuff. I don't know. It just is. It seems really, really cool to me, and I've seen really good reviews for it overall. So I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like if someone that literally just wants to make stuff in dreams, the $40 is worth it. I feel like if you just want to play, it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's you can easily justify the price if you're honest with like, okay, what you want to do in dreams. Because look, I have never been someone to you know, dabble into user generated content in games. Like, I'm usually not one to like, you know, I wasn't making my own levels in Infamous 2, for example. Like, that just wasn't something that I wanted to do, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or not like in like Assassin's Creed Odyssey where you can make your own quest storylines online. Like, those I think are really, really cool things, but I just was never someone that would want to do that. But I'm gonna keep it honest, like I kind of want to try to make something in dreams, and like I've like had like a series idea going on in my head where like I kind of want to like document like, all right, let's do like a series about me like learning different stuff in dreams and different mechanics in dreams, and like doing like a weekly check-in on the channel of like, all right, like here's where my dream is at, you know, like
you
here's
should
what
have
I got
me
going.
like test your game every week blind and like have nothing, like just see
Yeah.
how it updates every week.
Or I mean, like put you guys in the game and like you guys do VO lines for me, like different stuff like that. Like,
for sure.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I think like it could be really cool because you can make tracks in dreams for different levels. You can make VO for dreams in different levels. You can like
I'll do all the voiceover work you want.
That's what I was about to say is
exactly
equipment to do that. You know, like as people who make podcasts and content on the internet, we have all the mics, we have all that stuff. Like, you know, it'd be pretty easy to get in there and, you know, do all that. And I imagine at this point you've learned how to write pretty well, you know, having to do scripted content and stuff like that. I feel like it'd be pretty easy to come with that. The game design is the hard part. I feel like the mechanics and like figuring out how you want it to play out.
But I mean,
man.
and I actually did a series on the channel called Road to Dreams where I had someone that was in the beta and even nominated for the Impy Awards for Dreams.
Really?
Yeah, I had her on one of the episodes and she was talking about like, hey, listen, like the overall creation tool set, as long as you do the tutorials and really like pay attention to them, everything's pretty straightforward. You know what I'm saying? Because all you have is the DualShock 4. You know what I'm saying? as like the main like input to be able to create stuff. And like she says that like honestly like it is pretty straightforward once you go through those, you know, lessons and stuff like that in sculpting and then like doing all the different things. And apparently it's pretty straightforward, but I don't know. I'm still balancing it out because I have no time in any days as of right now, but I don't know. I kind of want to try it.
I've heard you can use move controllers for sculpting too if you have any of the old move controllers laying around.
Yep. Indeed. You can do that. And I think for VO, I'm pretty sure there's a method to record VO on like a computer or like on a Mac, on like a nice Mac like this, and then import them into Dreams. I think there's a way to do that, and that's how people have been getting like high quality audio. But if you don't have that, I think you can just record off your headset, off the PS4. Obviously, that
some of those headsets have pretty good mics on.
Some of them do.
Like, you know?
A lot of them don't.
Yeah.
Some of them do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're just like, hello.
Yeah. I think like if I was to have like actual, you know, VO done by people, I would want them to do it on like a setup if they have one. Yeah. And just
for sure.
send it to me on Google Drive, and now I'll figure out putting it into my game. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I may be experiencing that on PS5 according to our first link of this episode. We have someone at Media Molecule named Mark Healy talking about wherever Dreams comes, you know, like wherever Dreams goes in the future. So I want to read a little quote here. He says, quote, obviously we're focusing on the PS4 at the moment, but assuming it gains traction and is a success, that's an obvious next step, that being, of course, the PS5. And so he says also, quote, I can't imagine there'd ever be a Dreams 2. It's just Dreams gets updated and we keep supporting it. It's not like there's a YouTube 2, is there? So he makes a good point how like he, you know, has a compelling view of like Dreams is going to be a platform moving forward, you know? And I feel like that's exactly like what it should be, you know? Considering also that,
to be.
Yeah, I mean, considering it took them 8 years to make this. I mean, that's not a hero there. But yeah, I definitely feel like it's better for, you know, Dreams to be a platform. And also you know, for like a PC version, they also talk about that, how they want to add like keyboard and mouse support on PS4 and stuff like that, but there isn't really a PC version currently in development. But
a PC version would be nice, especially with the planned VR support coming out, you know?
Yeah. There's also even plans for people to somehow export their games that they've made onto like different game engines like Unity.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, like they said that like they are planning on like having that being a thing. Like you'll be able to start a dream, you know, in Dreams and then export it into like a different software, which I think would be interesting.
That's crazy.
Exactly. I know. Like,
you're gonna see some crazy stories about that in the next couple of years, where it's like this game started on Dreams, you know, and now it's like a hit, you know, like a worldwide hit or something.
I just want to know what's gonna be the first game that's like high profile AAA that's gonna debut on Dreams and like be like, hey, like you can only play this on Dreams.
I don't think you'll be able to like predict the game just because it's going to be something that you would never imagine. You know, like I just feel like it'll be like something similar to like an indie title, like how some of these random
like Portal or some shit. Like,
yeah, something like that. Or, and I was thinking more along the lines of like just like a 2D platformer or something.
Yeah. But then they also did go on to talk about a little bit more how like they actually have Dreams running on the PS5 right now. And like Dream, you know, which is pretty much obvious. Like it's not like Dreams is that much of like an intensive game. If it can run on PS4, it can run on PS5. That's given. Right. But they said that they still have like, you know, zero plans at the moment, which I feel like they're just focused on the launch of Dreams, and maybe there'll be plans to bring it to PS5 in the future, or it'll just be cross compatible like every other game is supposed to be on PS5. So, also, as we still talk about Dreams right now is sitting at, I believe, let me check right now, actually, the Metacritic. I think it's at 90. Yes, 90 right now. So definitely very, very high praise for the game. It got a lot of rave reviews, and it's one of the highest reviewed PS4 games currently. So awesome. Very, 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 very good stuff. A lot of people definitely enjoyed Dreams. And then we got a little bit more. Just want to run through the dreams. Oh, also they talk about this week that the PSVR support is almost ready for the game. They say here, quote, that it is nearly done, and PSVR is in the pipeline and is actually nearly done, to be honest. I'd love to get multiplayer in there, but we haven't got a date for that, as that's not nearly as done. And then we did have Yoshida test out the campaign, what I played, Art's Dream, in virtual reality, and this was his exact quote. He said, "It was fucking cool," unquote.
But in Yoshida's voice.
Which is, I would love to hear him, dude. I want that as my ringtone so bad. Yoshida saying awesome. It's fucking cool.
I can't wait to try it. I feel like a lot of these little experiences, like even the ones that seem kind of dumb, will probably be way cooler just in VR, or seeing everything on 3D all around you and stuff, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, we've been seeing all of, like, the really cool things that you know, we've been able, or like, not we, like, I've made anything, but like what the Dreams community has been able to make, and to add VR to that fold and have that be a different dynamic feature that people can utilize in their dreams. I think we're gonna see a lot of cool stuff. We're gonna see a lot.
I want to know if it's just gonna make all the dreams that are currently available VR accessible, or if people are gonna have to make like VR specific dreams to go with it. You know what I mean?
I would like to imagine that you, like, when they flip on VR mode, that every dream is just gonna work in VR. I don't think that would be the case. I feel like it would be like a whole different set of steps on developing a VR, you know, version of like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but
no, I mean you're probably right.
I don't know. I just feel like it would take a lot.
Think about.
Yeah, which I guess we'll see when it comes out, and I'll follow it. I won't be able to test it because I don't have a PSVR. You know, maybe I can borrow one from a friend. At that point,
we'll ship you the one.
Yeah, I was about to say, we can probably ship mine back and forth.
Shoot, but we will see once that comes around. So overall, Dreams is good. Right now, I recommend it. I am going to be making a review on the game when I get a little bit more hands-on on like user-generated stuff. But if you want my quick impressions, thumbs up. Definitely.
1 out of 10. No, I'm just kidding. After all that praise,
I mean, 1 out of 10. Right now, I'm sitting at
controversial.
I'm sitting at like an 8. I'm sitting at like an 8.5 is where I'm sitting. I mean, like, Art's Dream was really good. Like, it was a really, really good, like, 2.5 hour experience. I was like, man, like, this is impressive. And, like, I mean, I went from, like, you would go from, like, third person 3D platformer to, there was at one point, there was like a third person, like, shooter. Not like third-person shooter, but like, how I explain this? Like top-down shooter while I'm in a moving vehicle.
Oh, cool.
To then I'm in the air. Then it was how do I explain that? Like Resogun-esque type of gameplay. I forgot how you describe that. Like
Twitch shooter?
Nah, like a 2D space shooter. There was that as well. There was like a lot of like, it just. The game, like Art's Dream was a very good way of them showing off like the different genres that you could delve into in Dreams overall. So very, very good. But we got some interesting thoughts and things that were said about E3 this year. Jeff Keighley is skipping E3 for the first time in 25 years. My boys, an end of an era. Listen, I thought. I don't know about you guys, right? But I thought it was really bad enough that, all right, PlayStation's not going to be there. You know, a second year in a row.
Yeah.
It was a big loss. At least I feel like. Because, look,
it's a huge loss.
Like I said before, I understand I'm a Sony pony. Look at the lights. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bit of a PlayStation fanboy, right? But I do feel that,
as we say on a Save Slot podcast,
Sony pony, you know what I'm saying? But I have been one to say that, you know, for every E3 before 2018 when they first didn't show up, right? 2018? Yeah, 2018. 2018?
I think it was 2017.
No, it's 2018.
Was it 2018?
Yeah, and then
it was the year before last year.
Yeah.
No, it was last year.
No, it wasn't. Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
2019.
It was 2019.
Was when they.
Oh, yeah,
was the
yeah,
first
you're
year
right,
that
you're
they
right.
didn't go. So 2019, I was like, man, like I always felt like every E3 before that point, PlayStation was like the cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're
like
killing it.
Yeah, like okay, you know, like we get a pretty good Microsoft conference every year. Overall, I would say that. You know, there's some pretty good stuff in there. I'll say generally
As an
speaking,
Xbox fanboy, I do not agree with you. We had nothing at
Like,
E3 for
Jet-
like ever.
maybe I'm being generous. You know what I'm saying? But
Quite
I thought they were pretty you know.
They showed off cool cars.
I liked last year's E3 for Microsoft.
You know, like
What was that last year's
Dude,
E3?
I don't even know.
All the game studios they bought.
That's true.
Yeah, but
That's
they
true.
just said like, "Oh, we got all these studios, but we have nothing to show you." So
Well, not yet, but
cool. But I mean, then you had PlayStation come through with Ghost of Tsushima and like all these amazing games that they, have been working on.
all right, fair enough. But
But
Don't forget, they show off cars.
absolutely. But like I always thought that like PlayStation was like the cream of the crop of all the press conferences. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So it was
definitely.
already like, man, they aren't going like shit. But now Jeff Keighley also is like, yo, I'm out. He also said some interesting things. So I want to kind of read the statement that he put up on Twitter. He says, for the past 25 years, I've attended every electronic entertainment expo. Covering, hosting, and sharing E3 has always been a highlight of my year, not to mention a defining part of my career. I've debated what to say about E3 2020. While I want to support the developers who will showcase their work, I also need to be open and honest with you, the fans, about precisely what to expect from me. And that whole thing cut off. That wasn't the full quote. You hate to see it. Here we go. Given what has been publicly communicated about plans for E3 2020, I just don't feel comfortable participating in the show at this time. This certainly wasn't an easy decision to make, but I think it's the right one for me, and I wanted fans to know before tickets go on sale. So I mean, I do commend them for being, hey, listen, like before y'all, buy E3 tickets, like I will not be buying a ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Sorry,
he
go ahead.
also said something that I don't know if they quoted it in that
Yeah, he
article,
did.
but he did say it just now
yeah.
about the thing where he said, knowing what I know about the show.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does he know?
But here's what here's what's like tinfoil hat conspiracy for me is that Sony gave that same thing. They said, like, given what we've heard from E3, not exactly like that, but like in layman's terms, they also had the same reasoning of like, hey, like we have, gone over what is coming at E3 2020. We don't like it either. So we're, going to dope the deuces as well this year.
It's like, what does that mean though? What does that mean? I want to know, are they like selling drugs out the back? Like they're like trying to distance themselves from E3. It sounds like the way that he said it, it was like, yo, I know something dirty about E3 and I don't want to be associated with that.
My thoughts are maybe there's some kind of political thing they're going to do at E3 and like some of these people just don't want to be part of it or something,
Maybe. Sorry, no, go ahead. I mean, like my knee-jerk reaction is it's probably likely like them just doubling down on the more consumer side that they've been trying to bolster about E3, and like them letting the public in, as if it's like a fan event, which I'm not completely against like fan aspects of E3, but I do still wish that E3 still retained its like, press
prestige
and media only, and like this is, like for the fans to a degree, but as much as it is for the companies, and like for the press and for the media and for the games industry as a whole. You know what I'm saying? But
I feel like having it open to the consumers makes it even more friendly for developers and stuff, because it gives people a chance to have that hands-on, like the people that show up get a chance to have hands-on with games on the show floor that they might not have ever tried, given that they hadn't seen it at E3. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's like, it just seems so weird to me that all the people in the press are so like against just normal people going to E3. I feel like that's such a I don't trying to freaking block people from enjoying the industry that they love,
Right,
it's
right.
such a weird thing.
And like to play devil's advocate, because like again, I'm not industry, I'm not media, I've never been to E3, right? But like I've heard a lot of like what people have said, going into 2019 and like leaving E3 2019, and how the change of like them, like was it 2018? Whenever they started letting more public tickets in, I think it was 2019.
Oh,
but,
okay, you're right.
I think it might have been 2018 though. I totally forgot. Let us know in the comments. But let us know down in the comments what it is. But beside the point, I know that they have said like from their angle is that like at the end of the day they still utilize E3 to conduct business, right? And it's difficult to conduct business when you have an extra like 20,000 people on the show floor. You know what I'm saying? Like lines are longer. You're more likely to miss, booked things that you have reservations for, different, and on top of if you have a following, that can be a little bit cumbersome. And like I know that like sounds like what's from like a first world problem in a way, but I do kind of see that angle. Like I feel like that would probably get a little bit annoying, if I was like trying to cover it and there was an extra like 20,000 people that don't understand like how I'm treating E3, which is like for business, as opposed to the average, consumer going to E3 when like they're treating it as like, they're trying to see new games and it's a more exciting thing, even though it's not all quote unquote exciting for the person that is going in for business.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to realize, not you specifically, but the people that are like, oh, the consumers are ruining it, or like the people that show up that aren't part of press, they get press time. Like they have allotted times each day that they go in and they do their press stuff, and then they allow people to come in. It's not like it's like a consistent like influx of people the whole time. It's just an added thing. I feel like it's just like no matter what way they paint it, it always seems like a first world problem to me, and it always seems like they're gatekeeping, because it's like, like we were here, we're the ones that are doing the hard work, and then all these dumb gamers come in here. It's just like, yo, bro, like you have the best job in the world. Could you just chill out for a second, and let people enjoy the industry? You get to go back to, IGN or wherever and work in your cush job playing video games to review and stuff. These people work, jobs that are like, this guy might be a garbage man. This guy, this guy's been saving up all year just to come check this thing out. Like it's so weird to me whenever people get like that.
Right. My thing is, regardless of like, whether we let the public in or not, does this really affect what like PlayStation having a press conference or Jeff Keighley being there? You know what I mean? Jeff Keighley, sorry. It's just like it still doesn't really solve the riddle to me, like why they're not there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I think it won't be solved until I guess we see what E3 2020 looks like.
Yeah,
and like
sure.
and like see like what I mean, are they selling drugs outside? I mean.
I was saying earlier, I was like, they just have Donald Trump come out. This is like
10 Cent buys E3, just like
bro.
Those are all the ways you get Jeff Keighley not to show up.
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, Sony's not coming to E3 2020. Jeff Keighley isn't coming to E3 2020. But you know who is? Limited
Kanye
Run.
West.
I wish.
Oh, okay.
I wish. But Limited Run Games, Limited Run Games made history this week at becoming the first company to announce their press conference for E3 2020. Right. So they say here that others might be shunning E3, but we'll be there. Tune in Monday, June 8th at 3 p.m. Eastern and 12 p.m. Pacific for the Limited Run Games press conference. And they had like a funny I mean, I don't know if this artwork on their Twitter is supposed to be like a serious thing, but it does look like kind of like retro and like kind of like a funny way of announcing their press conference. But yeah. So if you're excited about limited runs, I mean, as far as I'm aware, limited run, don't they only do like physical versions of games that wouldn't have a physical version? If it
exactly.
So
their press conference last year was actually really fun. They did a lot of like cool little things. I think they did. I don't know, can't remember, but they had some fun ones that are just all digital games. Like
I definitely did not watch their E3 press conference, unfortunately, last year. You know what I'm saying? So if you're
a lot of it's just like indie titles that are really popular, and like the name of the company suggests, it's like a limited run, so they'll do a small batch of these like physical copies.
I think they did one of Celeste, and I still regret to this day for not picking up a Celeste copy. I regret that every day.
They did
of
one
my
of the
life.
Toe Jam and Earl games, I think, or something like that.
Nice.
Another thing they do is they'll do like retro games and like redo them for modern consoles on a disc or like on a Switch cartridge or whatever.
They didn't do Turok, did they? Were they the ones that did the Turok cartridge?
No, I don't think so.
I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, and by not 100%, I literally don't know. So
this shows how important this announcement for limited run being at E3 is. I feel like even though I'm not gonna them this year,
I think they're just a publisher more than anything. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't think they actually do any like tech stuff.
But I do like your title for it. Limited run games to save E3.
They literally said hashtag limited run saves E3. Like that is their hashtag. They are not joking.
Wow.
Like they really want to save it. I think the only conference that I think could actually save E3 low key is Devolver. Because I love their dude. Yeah. Their press conferences are so fun.
They're hilarious every year, dude.
Funny,
and
bro. I love
they tied together the past 2 years. If you watch the past two press conferences back to back, it's like a little sequel. Story.
I love Devolver, bro. Devolver is one of my favorite devs out there. Like I fucking love their games. Like, they have such a great attitude. I love it.
I can't think of a single Devolver game that I'm like really into. Like my friend Pedro was pretty fun, but
that was fun. Hotline Miami for me is like their cream of the crop. Hotline Miami is fantastic.
Did they do Ape Out or was that?
Yeah, they did Ape Out.
Oh, they did? Okay, that definitely makes sense. Ape Out. I could have played it, but
I'm not sure.
Maybe we can do a quick check on our phones. But nonetheless, I know Brent, you were a little bit excited about this little topic here. Resident. I don't know why I rolled my R, but Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 3 remake. It's coming out April 3rd, 2020. I will be playing it, off the heels of me loving Resident Evil 2. I'm sure you gentlemen will be playing it as well. I'm sure we'll talk about it all on the show when we get to that point in April. But they're, of course, not rumored. Their once side project, Project Resistance, said to be a multiplayer Resident Evil experience, is now going to be in the form of the multiplayer mode in Resident Evil 3 Remake. So that's where it's going to be cushioned in. It's not going to be, standalone or whatever. Yeah. It's cushioned into Resident Evil 3 Remake. They announced some familiar faces. Now, familiar to maybe Brent. I mean, likely to Brent, but definitely not to me. So if you want to take the floor, sir, you can, by all means. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even.
Okay, just kidding. I will read who is coming in. So let me see here. So Masterminds. So excuse me. So read here from the article. Again, link in the description. Publisher Capcom has revealed 2 new sadistic masterminds who will be joining the online component: Alex Wesker and Oswell Spencer. They'll be accompanied by the previously announced Daniel Fabrone and Annette Birkin in Project Resistance. So I don't know if you can give us some light on any of these characters. Like, I was about to ask you, like, if you could shed some light on some of these characters, and what they could be.
I have one of those PlayStation Classics, and I recently bought this little stick full of emulators. You just plug it into the PlayStation Classic, and it puts like 100 games onto the PlayStation Classic. It's awesome. It's called a True Blue Mini.
I need you to link me the True Blue Mini.
Do you have a PlayStation Classic? Because, dude, this is the best $15 you'll ever spend.
I'm thinking about picking it up, but I'm down to definitely cop it with that, bro.
Dude, it's so sick. Anyways, it's got Resident Evil 1 through 3 on it. So I was like, okay, Resident Evil 3 is coming out. So I booted it up a few days ago, and I played through like the first like hour of it. And I've only met a few of the characters, so like I haven't really gotten too deep into the story to like see the people we're talking about in the article just now.
Okay.
But it's pretty good. It's a lot more playable without because like you know how with the PlayStation Classic you don't have the joystick or whatever.
Yeah.
Like Resident Evil 2 is super hard to play like that. But Resident Evil 3 somehow translates better. I don't know why, but it just feels more like natural with the D-pad, you know? So it's really fun.
Interesting. Well, if you guys know in the comment section who these people are, they'll be in Resident Evil 3.
I know Wesker has to be related to the main bad guy.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
like
why do we
why? Because the same last name.
Oh yeah, you don't know the Resident Evil stuff.
I don't know.
Much.
I don't know Resident Evil 3. I don't know.
Yeah, so there's Albert Wesker, who's like known like Resident Evil bad guy from like a lot of the different games. You know what I mean?
Even the first one.
Yeah, and so I think Alex Wesker is his sister, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. It's like they're bringing in family members, which I thought that whenever I said they were adding characters, I thought it was like the family from Resident Evil 7, which would be really tight if somehow they incorporated it like into the old story.
I can't wait to see what they do with Resident Evil 8, man. I wonder if they'll tie in some like Ethan or something from Resident Evil 7.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think they should retroactively put these characters in there to somehow connect it, since like, you know, they're remaking all of them. They might as well change the story up a little bit and make it fit with 7.
Make it more just overall like cohesive. Kind of.
Yeah, that would
like
be cool.
Better. Yeah, I feel that. Well, Marvel's Avengers got delayed to September. Pretty sure we're all gonna definitely play it when it comes out. I feel like that's definitely a game that we're all gonna definitely play. But if you're interested in knowing the achievements, they've actually I said achievements, not trophies. Oddly enough, so the Xbox Live achievements have been already leaked for the game. Now you have to assume that the achievements and the trophies should tie together, and they should be pretty much 1-to-1. I'm pretty sure that's how every third party game goes. Honestly, I've never owned the Xbox, so I couldn't compare and contrast myself.
I can confirm it is pretty much exactly the same.
Pretty much exactly the same. Yeah. So it looks like, if you want to, take a look at the PlayStation trophies or get an inkling on them, you can check out the link in the description to check out the Xbox Live achievements. But at this point, I am going to read a little bit of what the achievements say about the game. If you don't want to know, if you want to keep yourself spoiler free, I'm going to start right now and give me about a minute and I will be done. All right. So I'm going to wave my hand right now. Now we're in spoiler territory, and I'll wave it when we're done. So the achievements reference Inhumans, rescuing Captain America, who quite clearly isn't actually dead. I'm just reading off of the Push Square article. They also detail you increasing your Avenger rank to 250, as well as by the end of the story missions, you should be reuniting the Avengers once again. So I do like the inclusion of the Inhuman stuff, because I just like Inhumans. You know what I'm saying? Big fan. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea what that is.
You don't know?
That's a show on Hulu, right?
It is. I mean, like, it is a show on Hulu, but at least in terms of like my very little knowledge about Inhumans in the MCU, it was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where the Terrigen guy, is that the Terrigen formula went into the sea, and then it spread to seafood, and then the overwhelming population started eating said seafood and like fish oil pills and stuff like that. And if you were an Inhuman, it unlocked your power.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? So people just start getting powers left and right. Yeah, like
it's like cool stuff. Not only does the Terrigen get spilt out into the ocean, but it had to it only affected those who were Inhumans but were unaware they were Inhuman.
Exactly. Exactly.
And only those who like seafood. Yeah. So there's probably some Inhumans out there that just like
You're like, man, what the fuck, man? Like, what the hell, bro? I want my fucking powers, bro. What the
like,
fuck?
but I'm not touching that tuna. I'm not touching that tuna.
Honestly,
I'm allergic to seafood.
Holy shit. Wait, I might be inhuman because I hate seafood.
There you go.
God, dude.
Oh, snap, dude. You might be.
Wow.
Never know.
You probably are.
Wow.
You heard it here, guys.
I gotta start getting some salmon or some shit. I don't know. But
Yeah. Did you wave your arm?
Oh, fuck.
At the very end of the
I
episode, you should just wave your hand.
Oh shit! Okay, there you go. But to tie it a little bit back to PS4, you know what I'm saying? Of course, the Xbox Live achievements are pretty much reflective of the PlayStation trophies, as Brent so kindly let us know. We also got a look at the various Marvel Avengers PS4 editions that were detailed. Let me see what I'm gonna go over. Honestly, you know what? No, we can go over a few of them. Actually, let's go through all of them. So, if you pre-order the game, you will be getting a exclusive talk to the hand emote. Wow, this is such a live service game. Holy shit. You will get a talk to the hands emote. With that. You also get a really cool Marvel Legacy outfit pack, which shows off some of the iconic classic looks of the character. So of course Thor has like his iconic like looking look. Captain America has his like 1940s type of look as well. Iron Man, it's his Iron Man 1 suit, like Mach 1, not like the first movie. Black Widow, her iconic suit. Bruce Banner, so that's pretty cool. And also you will be able to get to play the game in the beta first on PS4 via pre-ordering, as well as a PS4 custom theme and a Marvel Legacy nameplate, which I think is going to be like your calling card, if you will, in game. And then if you get the deluxe edition, you can get 72 hours early access to the full game on the week of release, as well as a really, really cool Obsidian outfit pack, which gives everyone like a nice silver and gold type of look to them. It looks pretty cool. Like that actually looks pretty cool. But the big boy is the Earth's Mightiest Edition. So this one includes everything that I said before, as well as a steelbook, a really, really cool Iron Man poster that is like the suit's blueprints, which looks lit. That looks like such a cool piece of art. This really beautiful 12-inch full-color Captain America statue, which I love Cap. I don't know if y'all love Cap. You know, I know like a lot of people hate it, but I
More
love
of an Iron Man guy.
Yeah, like
before, you know what I mean?
Which like I totally understand. Like if you're an Iron Man guy, I totally get it. Me, I don't know what it is. Cap is my fucking guy. I fucking love Cap. You know.
I feel that.
You get a cool 6-inch Hulk bobblehead, Mjolnir keychain. What is this? Oh wait, that's pretty lit. You get a Black Widow belt buckle. That okay?
Oh, dope.
I fuck with that. That's dope. That's dope. You get a cool little Avenger pin, as well as a Is it autographed? No, it's an Avengers Day photo. So it's an in-game photo of like Avengers Day, as we've seen in the trailer in San Francisco when they do the whole
They're
thing.
Celebrating.
Yeah, that. So you get all that as well in the Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So pretty cool stuff there.
Does it say how much that last one costs?
The Earth's Mightiest Hero one. Let me see.
All of your money.
It's
Right.
probably all of it. I'm sure. Hold on. Let me see if I can peruse this website real quick. Also,
It just says, "What do you got in your wallet?"
yeah, literally, it's like, hey, like, how much are you willing to pay for this? That's a real thing. I don't think they've given. No, I don't see any prices for this. So,
I gotta be real. I've got a bad feeling about this game. I don't.
Absolutely,
We all
especially
do.
when the first one is a talk to the hand emoticon.
I don't know. I just like, man.
I love Marvel, and I'm hoping for the best.
We all want this game to be good.
Yeah, definitely.
I just feel like there's something wrong with this game.
Yeah, me too.
There's
Is the Punisher going to be in it? Can the Punisher be in it, please? I don't know. I know he's not an Avenger, but please be in it.
That would be such a cool like DLC season of like,
yes.
yo, the Punisher just fucking pulled up in San Francisco. Like, what the fuck is going
Or
on?
Blade.
You know what I'm saying?
Blade.
Or like,
that'd be
you know,
sick.
I would love like a Punisher thing, and like that's where you get Daredevil as a character. Oh fuck, I would cry.
Yeah, dude.
I would cry, bro. I would cry.
There's so many characters that get left out when you just do Avengers stuff. Like I feel like we should have, like, if they were gonna do the Avengers thing, I feel like they should have did it a long time ago. Like we need something with, like, aren't they doing like a whole new thing in like the Marvel Cinematic Universe now? Like they're kind of getting away from the Avengers and like, you know,
yeah, phase 2,
phase
two.
4.
Phase 4.
phase 4. Oh god,
Phase 4 is a
9,
new.
bro.
Yeah, phase 1, 2, and 3, because this is of the Infinity Saga, which is everything up until Iron Man 1 and Spider-Man Far From Home. Everything in between that is the whole Infinity Saga, and like they're kind of gonna get away from Avengers as a whole. They'll still, I think, have Avengers, but it won't be like the core Avengers team that we've had for a long time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I think like the next like trilogy of phases 4, 5, and 6 are gonna focus on they're gonna focus in on like things that we have now in the MCU, which are like X-Men, Fantastic Four as well. You know, now that like they have bought Fox, I think that's what's gonna be the focus of the next.
I'm so ready for a good
I
X-Men
love
X-Men
X-Men.
movie.
It's gonna be dope, bro. It's gonna be dope.
I
mean,
miss that shit.
The one thing I want from the MCU moving forward is for John Krasinski to play Mr. Fantastic, and his wife Olivia. His wife Olivia
Wilde.
Olivia Wilde?
No, wait, that's not
Right.
Olivia Wilde. Is that Olivia Wilde?
I want to say
Maybe.
Blunt. I know it's not Blunt, but I
It's
want to
Emily
say
Blunt.
Is it really?
It's Emily Blunt.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Damn, that was
there's
weird.
Emily Blunt, and
find
then there's
this out.
Olivia
Hang on.
Wilde.
Yeah, we just
So it's one of the
it's
two.
one of those
Let me just look
pictures.
this up.
But I want her.
They look exactly the same.
Bro, I need them two to play Mr. Fantastic and why am I forgetting the wife's name? Holy shit.
Emily Blunt. It is Emily
It's Emily Blunt, yeah.
Why am I forgetting Mr. Fantastic's why am I forgetting
Oh, you're
her
talking
name?
about the
Oh.
character.
Yeah, oh my god.
I
why
thought
am
you were talking about
forgetting
his
her
real
name?
life
Was it
wife.
Kamala Khan? No, hang on.
No, Kamala Khan is in the Avengers game now. Kamala Khan. I forgot. Oh snap. Uh-oh. Whoops. Sorry. My bad.
Oh,
I
you're
actually answered on my phone. Oh,
I was
okay,
like-
there we go. We're good. There we go. Sorry.
Elijah Storm is Mrs. Fantastic, Johnny's wife.
What?
Is that
Who
right?
that?
Dude, I totally
Yep.
forgot, but y'all know what I'm talking about. We're not talking about the MC. I forgot. I don't know.
I want Persona 5 Royal, dude. Did you ever play Persona 5?
So here is my thing with Persona, right? I understand it's a great game. And I understand that I feel like I would fucking love Persona, right?
Okay, so what's the problem?
It's the amount of time it's going to be required to play one of those games.
No. See, don't think about it like that because
What do you mean?
honestly,
I have to. What you mean? It's 80 hours.
You ain't got 150
Yeah, it's 100
hours.
you don't have to sit there and play for 150 hours straight. It's one of those games
I
you can
understand that, but I
invest
have the
20
games-
minutes at a time into. You know, look. All I'm saying is play for 5 hours and just like with the intention of quitting. Just be like, okay, I'm gonna play for 5 hours and then I'm never gonna touch this game again. And you'll happily play through all 120 hours of the game without even like thinking about it. You know what I mean? It won't be a chore. You know what I mean?
Here's the problem with that, right? I have a very big problem with not beating games that I finish, right? There is still one game that I started last year at like January that I did not beat. I got to the last level of, and I could not beat it. It would just not work with me. It was the original Devil May Cry. And that still bothers me to this day of like, man, you never beat that game, you lousy gamer, Kevin.
Yeah, but I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but Devil May Cry compared to Persona, it's not even the same beast.
Right.
You would love this game, dude.
I know I
Anybody
would
would
love
love this
Persona.
game.
I
think
know I would
that's
love
the thing.
Persona.
I feel like I'm in the same boat as as Kevin over here because I'm one of those people that like I just can't sit that long. Like whenever I'm playing a game, like it doesn't matter how much I love the game. Like I loved Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Right.
But towards the end of it, I was like, can this game just end already? Like I just wanted it to be over.
My point is like you don't have it's not like you have to sit there for a long time. And it's not like that. I promise you, dude. I promise you with every fiber of my being because I'm the same way. You know what I mean? Well, Jedi Fallen Order, I did play all the way through and I loved every second of it.
Same.
So I mean, maybe a little different there, but dude, Persona 5
I love that game.
Persona 5 is maybe the best story I've ever heard, and every second of the storytelling is necessary. Like it's not just like without a purpose or like boring it like there's no slow spots in the whole game. Like it's so good. Like I just can't get over how good it is, and the fact that they're about to add more, like I'm so excited.
Like it's just like, man, like dude, like I know, but like
it's like I can't tell you
bro.
enough how good it is. Like I don't care if you like anime, I don't care if you like short games. Like this game is for you. Like you know what I mean? Like
I know I'll love it because I recently got into My Hero, my first anime I've ever been into, and like holy shit, I can't describe to you how much I love My Hero. Like it's unhealthy. Of like,
how many episodes do you think there are of My Hero Academia or whatever?
I know it's like season 4, and they're like in the middle of season 4 right now.
So how many? If you collectively watched every episode of My Hero, like, just do you think it would be like
it'd probably be about
an investment? Think about like One Piece.
Kevin,
that fucking
you
show
already
with, like,
invested 100 hours of My Hero, so just do it for Persona.
But with an anime, you can do other things while you watch it, though. You don't have to be involved in the game. That's my problem. Is like with games that are past like 50 hours, it's like you can't do something else while you play a game.
But you can with this one.
What do you mean?
You can eat. You can text. This is one of those games that doesn't require your full like attention at all times. It's kind of like Pokemon or something. Like you don't have to be like 100% into the game the entire time you're playing it. It's a really passive, chill game. Like it's not one of those like, or if you look away from the screen for 2 seconds, something's gonna fly up and eat you. Like the battles are turn based. You know what I mean? It's all really like.
I feel like you're part of a cult now. All right. I feel like the way that you're preaching this to me and to Kevin is like. You just saw something on the other side, and you're like trying to bring it back to us.
I pretty much did. Dude.
No, I mean, look, like because everyone talks to me about Persona like this way, and like I understand, like I really, really want to play it, but I don't have 150 hours in me, bro. And like I would want to see that full game through.
But see, I don't see like you think you don't have 150 hours
until you.
But you
do.
would find 150 hours in your life if. It's that good. Like you would find a way to carve out the time for it.
The only hopes I have, right, is if I start Persona 4 Golden on Vita, or Persona 5 comes to Switch. Those are the only two avenues.
Yeah, if it came to Switch,
it
Persona
has
4
to
Golden's
be
a little less of a commitment. I think it's only like 60 hours or something like that.
But like
a lot of people say it's better than 5.
A lot of people say that too. But like, the only way I'm gonna touch a Persona is it has to be on some sort of handheld device. So that's either gonna be Switch or Vita, because, like, I like to keep up with games. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to keep up with new releases, and like I can't do that with a 150-hour game next to it.
You could put it on mobile and I'll play it. Just give me a portable way to play the game.
I gotta be able to
play really well on mobile.
It might. You know what else will play well on PS5? Whatever Quantic Dream dishes out next up. Of course, Quantic Dream. I think you all are fans of it. Heavy Rain. Not fans of it.
I'm
fans
a
of
huge fan of Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human. And
we don't talk about the middle one. Do we not talk about
I liked it too, honestly. Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls.
It was good. It wasn't as like, choice heavy as the other ones, but I enjoyed it.
I still have yet to play Heavy Rain. I know that's a very like wow. I can't believe you didn't play Heavy Rain, but like I still need to play Heavy Rain at some point. I really want to at some point.
It's good.
I know it's good.
If you like good narratives, then you'll enjoy it.
A lot of good stuff.
If you like cop shows and stuff, it's kind of got that.
I'm not gonna
like SVU.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for that. And plus, I mean, I have it on PS4. It was on PS Plus a few months ago, so I have it redeemed.
Did you play Detroit though? That's all that really matters.
I love Detroit. Detroit was phenomenal. I thought it was
Detroit is the important one.
I thought it was, dude. I thought it was so good, bro.
That is how a narrative game should be done.
100%.
So good. Like
Detroit was such
one of the
a
best
good
games
game.
I've ever played.
100%. But they took to a blog post to celebrate their 23rd anniversary of being a studio. Congratulations to them. But also to announce that they are going to be self-publishing their future projects. So they say here, quote, "This new venture allows us to make decisions in total independence and to address the technological and strategic opportunities of next-generation platforms. It will also allow us to help other developers by providing investment and development support so that they can fully express their talents. We want to support creators of original projects and help them, in turn, to achieve their vision and offer quality, groundbreaking experiences." So it looks like they're wanting to double down on PS5. It also looks like, with them, kind of having their 3-game deal done with PlayStation and Sony, that, with them bringing those 3 games that we talked about before, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human coming to PC last year, it looks like they're trying to go in like a independent third-party type of deal. You know what I'm saying? When they say like, where was the is that so right here next generation platforms plural, like it's not just PS5 they're talking about there, they're like definitely talking about. Was that good?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just saying another interesting thing. If you look at like the text, the context of what they're saying, it seems like they're talking about publishing other indie developers, studios and stuff too, games like
that too,
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would love to see Quantic Dream kind of, go into a role of like, being somewhat of like a Telltale type deal. Like not necessarily like they would own the devs that they help publish, but having a Quantic Dream published narrative game could mean something in the future. It could mean something. As like a man, like this is like a Telltale game. Like we could be saying in like a few years, like, hey, this is like a Quantic Dream game. So it's like going to be like, maybe a very like heavily graphic fidelic. Damn, Kevin. Wow. Graphic fidelic. Holy, is that a word?
Sounds good. I don't know.
You should just say it confident.
Graphic fidelic. Wow, Kevin, give her some pound of back. But like, to have like those like narrative experiences, those like narrative games that could have that high quality that Quantic Dream tend to have, So it could be cool.
Well, maybe they could just become the Black Mirror of video games. Like
they need to team up with the Until Dawn devs and make like the ultimate narrative driven game. You know what I mean? That would be fucking next level. Ooh.
Bro, I want to see them take on horror.
Dude.
Because like, do you remember in Detroit when you were in the graveyard?
Oh yeah.
I kind of want to see them like, yo, like, hey, like, it seems like y'all have like some really cool ideas of like horror shit. Like, yo, give me like, and like, I know I literally said last podcast or like when we were talking about Resident Evil, like, oh, like, I'm not the biggest horror fan, whatever. But I did think that like that specific part in Detroit was a really, really cool thing of like, spoilers, I guess, for Detroit, but you like having to find different parts of different androids to fix yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought like that was like, damn, like that's a neat idea, bro. Like that's a really cool. Unique idea.
Did you play through that part multiple times? Because like, if you can go through and like collect different parts from different robots for like the same thing. Like, I don't know, it's really weird. There's like weird ethics choices. Like if you go different routes in that scene, I don't know.
Wow.
Like you meet like a half alive robot and you have to choose if you want to like take his eyes out while still like fucking functioning and stuff.
Holy shit.
It's really fucked up.
It's really fucked up. Game of the year.
Like, ow. Why did you do this?
Damn.
Now you must
wild.
live with the consequences.
It is unfortunate because on the Google Doc, I did put that like this is going to be a new Taj segment. So any like Last of Us stuff, I was going to throw it to like the Taj segment, and I was going to let him kind of like narrate this. But unfortunately, he's doing calculus, so I guess I'll just say.
Big
Oh!
Yo! Yo! Right in time, dude.
Oh my god.
Yo, what's the question, bro?
Oh my
Oh,
god!
he's listening.
Huh?
Oh my god,
You've been
Taj!
listening this whole time.
Taj, I can't wait until you listen to this podcast and this part, bro. What I just said and the time you just came in, bro, is the most beautiful thing that's ever happened in my life. Holy!
It was so
Wait,
perfect.
so you weren't just listening to the podcast? You just randomly busted in like that? Was there a way he could have been listening?
Dude, there's no way, dude. He
That
wasn't
was
in
like
the call.
perfection. That's just, I guess.
Oh my
that
It was
just,
meant to be,
fucking
dude.
God.
yeah.
Okay, so
He was literally
I was-
talking about you.
dude, I was already explaining that. Yeah, like all right, on the Google Doc, if y'all see, I wanted to debut a new segment called the Taj segment, where it's any Last of Us news, and then you pop up in the chat, bro.
Bro, you know what's weird? I was just streaming Uncharted 4. I think was it the day before yesterday, and somebody in chat brought up Remake Gaming, and I literally was talking about him for a second, and the second I stopped talking about him, he popped in chat. He was just
Telling you,
like,
dude.
Wow.
It's magic. It's that Taj magic.
It's that
Yeah,
wavelength, you know. We're
Wow, you literally
I just
came
hopped
at the
in. I literally just hopped in. They were like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "Whoa, what's going on?"
bro. What the flip? Well,
Perfect timing.
welcome to the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like told the people in the front, hey, your links are in the description. But if you'd like to do a quick little intro, and then I would like to also direct your attention towards the Google Doc where we're gonna have a new Taj segment up. But
All right. Well, hey, I don't even know where we at right now. Like, what's up?
open up the
Yeah,
Google Doc and go to the Taj section because that's where we're at right
Yeah.
now. Literally, is where we're at. So it's perfect timing. But this is, of course, the homie Tajae moment. His links below in the description. Check out those. Do that. Oh my god, I can't wait to watch that back later. Holy shit, that was perfect.
Taj segment. I see.
that was so perfect.
That was
The
crazy.
Last of Us Part 2 redefined. Oh yeah, I saw this. I should have
So-
made a video on this, but I didn't.
If you want to, read this, Anthony Newman's tweet, you may. I'm gonna let you just have the floor. This is your segment.
Okay, so you want me to go to the Push Square article?
Whatever you want to do, absolutely.
All right, you want me to read the whole thing or just the tweet? I feel like I'm on the spot.
Yeah, just do the tweet
Just
and
do
then
the
tell us
tweet.
what you
So-
think.
Yeah. Tell us. Yeah.
Anthony Newman said, "We about to redefine AAA in 2020."
Woo.
That's some gang
Woo.
shit.
That's a
Damn.
strong statement
Yeah,
right
that
there,
is some
dude.
gang
That's
shit.
a greatly strong statement. That is, but honestly, going by everything I've seen thus far, compared to like things that he said like in the past, like about like animations and stuff, and we saw that workbench. I feel like they're definitely going to redefine in like the sense of like AI systems, especially like this new like motion tracking thing they have for like animations. Bro, it's gonna be fire. Like,
I think
no
it.
doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Gonna, like it's gonna be insane.
If
So y'all think it's gonna look real?
I feel like it's just gonna look like a better Uncharted 4. I think it's the animations in the AI.
100%.
Is what-
100%.
Okay.
Because
It does look good from the little bits I've seen, though.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, it looks fine, but like I'll also even put that like Uncharted 4, like the Madagascar level looks
yeah.
fucking perfect. Like
Yeah.
fucking perfect. Like I will say that. Like it is.
Demonetized.
Oh, we have been demonetized,
Demonetized.
bro.
We were
We-
demonetized.
yeah,
here,
bro. Yeah, we've been demonetized for a minute on this podcast, but no, like I mean, Uncharted 4 looks incredible by itself. So like, I feel like they already got the old visuals on fleek. I said on fleek, right? So they can only go up and above with Last of Us Part 2, but I think like the main thing we're gonna see, I agree with you. It's gonna be AI. It's gonna be how the infected react to you. It's gonna be.
It's kind of like how you know how we played GTA 5. I thought it was so cool back in the day. Whenever let's say like you crash and the conversation gets interrupted, and then like they pick back up where they left off. That was
Yeah.
like so brand new at the time. I feel like it's gonna be something like that. Like they're gonna set a new standard of things that will just be like throughout all games in the future.
Yeah,
Kind of
that or like in the in the same vein as when in Spider-Man PS4, when Peter's talking on the phone, if he's swinging, he sounds like he's exerting and like having to like he's like like it sounds like he's doing something like swinging. Yeah, they have two different versions of when like he's like not swinging or versus when he's swinging, and he sounds more
also,
like
switch,
exerted.
Let's say if you're on the ground and you start swinging, it syncs up the switch.
Transitions.
Right
yeah, it's cool.
Another game that did subtle stuff like that really well was Red Dead 2. Just everything about like how your horse would get dusty and like just the world around you like
dusty ass
dude.
horse.
I don't know why. I was really obsessed with keeping my horse clean in Red Dead 2. No idea why. Literally no idea why.
And stuff. Like if my horse was like unhappy on it.
Yeah, bro. I cared about my horse. I cared about my horse more than myself, to be honest with you.
My horse got hit by a train one time, and it like the train like went off and like took my horse with it, and like my horse like perma died, and it was like the saddest fucking thing.
Bro, fuck that.
I had the same horse from the beginning of the game to the end. So whenever
did I.
That scene happened, it was
yeah, bro. The end, I was like,
that was sadder than the fucking like sad part of the game. You know what I mean? Like,
can we just say something right quick?
What's up?
Okay, really, we're 101 days until Last of Us Part 2, but we're 100 days from the launch night. So really,
let's go. Let's go. 100 days. Let's go.
Days.
But to end, yeah. So I feel like Last of Us Part 2 definitely.
Woodward, did we talk about how she was play testing?
We did not.
Shannon Woodward is like in Naughty Dog's QA testing area playing the game.
Yeah, I did hear that.
If Shannon has her hands on it, we can assume that the game is very damn playable. And like, plus they said they're closing out production. Game should be gold very soon. Just wait on it. I'm telling y'all, bro. Mid-March.
I was
not end of March to like mid-April. Like, cause what we.
I was gonna say like early April. It'll go gold.
Early April?
Because I mean, it's coming out late May, like literally at the end of May. So I mean, like
March 18th. It came out May 10th.
March 18th. Oh, really? Wow. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I guess it might be mid-March. Yeah, because you're right. Yeah, be right.
It could be end of March, since like May 10th and then May 29th. You add those 10 days into March instead. Mm-hmm. So let's say from March 18th to like let's say the March 20 something.
Right.
30.
Right. Yeah. Just one more thing I wanted to bring up that's completely unrelated to anything we're talking about. I also did have the same horse in Red Dead 2, and and I named it after my first dog that's still alive.
No,
Kilo.
That's so sad.
Kilo.
Oh.
My little Maltese Yorkie. You know what I'm saying? Chilling in Glendale right now, about an hour from me. Little homie. You know what I'm saying? Love him to death, right? But I feel like it's gonna be very, very upsetting if like. Heaven forbid if my real life dog Kilo dies and like I guess never mind, that was gonna be some spoilers stuff, but like I guess it's already dealt with, but nonetheless.
So okay, I haven't beat Red Dead 2. The horse dies, I'm guessing. So my Yeah.
You have a very intimate scene with your horse. Like it's a very
sad thing. It's very
so
fucking
sad,
tragic.
dude.
It's a very fucking tragic thing. And
soul crushing,
dude. It's because once I heard like there was permadeath of the horse, I was like, this horse is not dying.
No.
I can't. I want to get and like you can get better horses. I'm like, no, this is my horse. I'm gonna upgrade the hell of it.
I had a bunch of horses, but I only rode one.
Things like one carries more like.
Yeah,
like they had different horses. I still use the same.
I use the same horse too. I'm like, bro, this is my horse. I'm gonna ride this homie out. Yeah.
By the way,
he never died.
You guys are wondering, I'm on Rust for the first time ever right now. I just wanted to see it. Really interested.
You're what?
What is it?
Rust.
I'm on Rust for the first time on PS.
Oh, fun.
We actually did. Yeah. I did talk about that on the beginning portion of the podcast. So good. See that you're experiencing season 2 of Modern Warfare. But
it looks the same.
Yeah,
like it's really accurate.
It looks cool. But in other news, Rainbow Six Siege, one of the biggest games of the generation, I'd say, one of the biggest shooters of the generation. I feel like, I feel like definitely it is one of those games that like are generation defining. not in like overall like credibility and merit, but like I mean maybe in merit. You know, like I'm sure it's a good game. I only played it like for like an hour one time, and I didn't really vibe with it. But like in overall, just like games that had a very big fan base and big player base consistently. This is definitely one of those games for the generation. You know what I'm saying? But
I really enjoy it. I feel like it did a lot for esports in general. You know, kind of like Counter-Strike Go or something.
Or
you know
Overwatch.
what I mean? Yeah.
Even.
Yeah, I agree. But we had the game director talking to Windows Central. He had quotes about the future of Rainbow Six and it coming to PS5. So they say here, quote, "Why I can't give you a date is because those dates are, in the end, on the people doing the next generation consoles. What I can tell you is that we are going to be on the next gen consoles from launch. When they will release the consoles, but it's up to them to agree to that. For Siege, our target is to be available right at launch." So it looks like they're wanting to keep the party going and keep Rainbow Six Siege popping up until the next gen. So just figured I'd just throw that in there.
Game is pretty much what.
Was it? Was that?
Oh, it hasn't already been confirmed that they're gonna re-release that.
I mean, this was the first time.
Ubisoft games crossing over, right?
Yeah. They like definitely did, but like I don't think they explicitly said like Rainbow Six, but like I know they said like, hey, like a lot of our games, you know, that are coming out like late in this gen are gonna be cross.
Okay. I remember that now.
Crossover.
Yeah, they also said this is going to be cross-gen, like online multiplayer as well. So, like, if you're playing on PS5, you can play against people on PS4.
Bro,
you know?
you're gonna have the mega advantage though.
Oh yeah,
Totally.
Oh hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, bro,
it's
absolutely.
gonna be
Frame
beautiful.
rate over here.
Robbery.
Like, get that DualShock 5 with like the pads on it or whatever the fuck they got added to it.
I just think purely from like a frames per second standpoint, like that's gonna be like the biggest like advantage.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? 100%. Like the frames matter a lot in that game. So.
And if you're still on the PS4, you got to deal with that like internal like voice telling you how less you are compared to the PS5.
That is true.
Like the cap for the internet. Like I'm pretty sure on PS5 it'll allow more. Like the cap would be higher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
I feel that.
It's unlimited.
This next story is a little bit of just a fun one. It's not really anything newsworthy. There was a Gran Turismo Sport tournament over the weekend.
They do those a lot.
Yeah, it was
their channel.
Yeah, it was an event in Sydney, and the end to the tournament was this really, really close race that it went viral this weekend. I implore everyone to go watch it because it is such a sick ending. Like they were neck and neck. It was I bet
that's an interesting ass game to play like that when it's that serious.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I bet
bro.
That's insane.
Like
a real NASCAR driver.
And
Dude.
they
I'm surprised games like this aren't more popular with esports, man. That's kind of a cool concept, like racing games as esports and shit. Like I don't know, that's cool. Like
is Gran Turismo Sport like super simulation type, or is it more like an arcade
Yeah.
No,
racer?
it's super
the GT
simulator.
games are all
The
pretty
GT are
semi-
they're definitely more like simulator.
See, I just didn't know what the difference between sport and like the normal Gran Turismos is.
Going crazy.
I'm not sure.
What is it?
Oh, I was just talking.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Like I would like to see GT go into like a more like arcade like side shoot off, like how we have like Forza and then Forza Horizon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would love to
That'd
see
be
that.
There's two different forces, like
Yeah. There's the
which
more
one's
like
the better one. The
I
Street?
Horizon
think
is more
a lot of
fun to
people
me,
like
personally.
I think a lot of people like the more like Horizon.
Horizon's the sports one, right?
Horizon's the more arcade one. And then
Yeah, it's more
Forza
arcadey.
Classic.
Horizon's
is
kind of
the
like an
singular.
open world map where you can just
Yeah.
like drive all around and do
Did you guys
races
play the
and
Crew
shit.
by any chance? I never
No.
Yeah, it's a lot like the Crew actually.
Yeah, but
I played the Crew. It was pretty cool.
Yo, I don't know if you guys play Need for Speed Heat, but that game was actually it did
Yeah.
very well.
I heard it was
really well.
good.
It did really well, and
I
didn't
love Need
play
for
it.
Speed.
I want to play it.
Yeah, I used to love Need for Speed back like
It
Need for
was the best-selling Need for Speed this gen.
That's
how I
hype.
get it.
That's hype.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty hype.
Need for Speed for me, I used to love so much in the PS2, like Underground 2. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Underground 2 had the
God
best
damn.
soundtrack of
Oh,
like any
fire.
video.
Wanted.
When you started, brun, dum, boom, You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, dude, yo, 7-year-old me
Snoop Dogg and the
was
Doors
always
mashup they
hype,
have
bro.
on there is so fucking fire, dude. Like,
They were Underground 2 was the shit. But I just figured I just wanted to throw it some attention because I thought it was a really cool clip. It's like a minute long. It's on the actual official Gran Turismo Twitter account if you want to go check out that clip. And also, I didn't notice until I watched this clip that they were playing on like straight up, you know those rigs that you can have like the paddles as if you're in like an actual car and then like the actual wheel, like that.
In simulations.
Yeah, like that. I just figured they'd be playing on like controllers, but no, like that's what they're playing on. They were like straight up like for real, like
in the cars.
you think that's like a rule for the tournament? Like you have to use that, or think that it's just more precise or something?
I bet that's super like that takes skill though. If you think.
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah,
I bet
for
it takes
sure.
hella skill, bro. Absolutely.
You're driving a virtual car, bro.
Like,
dude, yeah, I mean,
how the hell that works?
Imagine the oversteer in that thing.
Bro, I feel that.
Unless I bet it's super accurate. It might be really, really accurate.
I bet.
Oh, I bet it is for sure.
Yeah.
One of the last stories we have here.
Have y'all seen that? Wait, before have y'all seen that one of our videos? It's like the little kid. He's like driving the arcade. He's like. Bro, this guy was like. He was like driving the arcade game. This kid's like drifting around every corner. He's like super small, so he's like foot all the way down. He's like whipping it, bro. It was crazy. You gotta watch it, bro. You gotta watch it, bro. It was a viral video. It was funny.
We had some interesting.
Really
we had some interesting quotes that were given to us by Tom Holland. You know what I'm saying? Spider-Man in the MCU currently. Yeah, man. I'm gonna just read this and.
If he hadn't played the game, his opinion is invalid.
Dude, I just don't.
Wait, he hasn't played the game? Do we know this?
I don't know if he has. I don't believe he has. Even if he says it, I don't believe it. No. But
I feel like
I don't know, man.
you have to.
Bro, why wouldn't you play the game?
Yeah, if you're gonna be in the movie.
Tom Holland money, dude. Like, go play the game.
Like, what game is gonna give him that young Nathan Drake feeling though?
That's what I'm saying. Like, all you have is Uncharted 3 and Uncharted 4.
Chapters 2 and 3. That's it.
Yeah, like you have 2 and 3, and then Uncharted 4. And I guess overall, if you're playing the character, I guess you want to know the whole character's arc in the game. So like, I get that, but like, I don't know, man. But I just want to read these quotes. He was talking to IGN.
Tom Holland serious. Why don't they just cast Nolan North, bro?
I just don't want this to be a thing, bro. I just don't want this movie to happen, bro.
Looks nothing at all like Nathan Drake.
Doesn't he look the closest to him?
No one knows it's old though. No one knows it's old.
But so was Nathan Drake.
Did y'all see Troy Baker? Like he posted this thing, like it was like, "What's your score for things you've never done?" He's done everything on the damn list.
Damn.
Oh really?
So like it was like drugs, got drunk, one night stand. Like he just exposed himself.
Wow.
I mean, I feel like that's like 99% of the planet after the age of like 23, though.
That's the whole point. I mean, look.
I bet you Troy, like, come on. I bet you, like.
I mean,
I imagine him when he was younger. I imagine him be like a womanizer. Like he voices like.
100%, bro. I mean,
he's just like walking around doing different voices to talk to women.
He was
like, you want to hear my handsome Jack?
Yo, what the
handsome Jack, Joel.
She's like, you know what I love.
My head was in the gutter because I heard, "Do you want my handsome Jack?" So like you're saying his voice.
Oh. Yeah, I feel that.
I mean, she can take it however she wants to. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. He says here, I read the newest draft of the script on the way over here, and it's one of the best scripts I've ever read. It really, really jumps off the page. I think what Uncharted offers that most video game films don't is that it's an origin story to the games. So if you played the games, you haven't seen what's going to happen in the film. And if you haven't played the games, which I don't think you have, Tom, but I digress, you're going to enjoy the film because it's information that everyone else is getting at the same time. But I'm super excited to make that movie, and it's been a long time coming. Bro, I swear to God, a PR person told him to say this, bro.
Yeah,
and he meant nothing of that, bro.
Nah, but you gotta remember, bro, PlayStation, if they actually open this thing up where like they're working closer on their movies,
PlayStation Productions,
PlayStation Productions, right? So let's say this movie comes out, it's a fucking slapper, banger. You know, it's like premiering like a Disney movie. Like imagine, bro.
I mean,
but, like,
here's where I stand.
That's not
about it.
gonna happen.
Look, here's where I stand on the Uncharted movie. I have been consistent on this standpoint, and I will stay consistent. Right? I do not want it to happen, but I am going to midnight to watch this movie because it's Uncharted. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I am seeing it day one. Was that?
Imagine if it snaps though. Like, what if you walk in there, you walk out, you're like,
Look,
snap.
if this movie gets me to listen,
Just imagine.
if this movie gets me to cry twice, because listen, this movie gets one, because when I hear that swell of the Uncharted theme, I'm gonna start crying. So that's number one. But if it gets me a second time, yeah, if it gets me a second time, then it got me.
My thing though is like his statement was like, "Yo, people are gonna love this because it's something that nobody's seen." And it's like, yeah, that's typically how new movies go.
That's pretty much what you want to do. Right? It's like I'm like, dude, like that statement was like trash.
It makes no sense.
My thing is like, call me crazy, but if I was gonna pick a PlayStation IP to like do into a movie, it would be like God of War or The Last of Us.
The best because it's very
God of War
mature.
would be cool.
Yeah,
God of War would be
dude,
cool.
you can make a really cool God of War movie, man.
Yeah, you got The Rock in his prime right now.
Honestly,
really, God of War. If you think that's already a movie, bro.
Dude,
that
yeah.
game, like my dad watched me play it, bro. He was blown away.
honestly, I always thought that Resistance could be a really cool film franchise.
Ooh.
Yeah, or
Set-
a TV show on Netflix.
Yeah,
or
or like
something.
a series.
Yes.
But I could see myself watching like a cool
Mass
ass
Effect would be cool. Yeah, but
Mass Effect.
Dude,
Far
Mass
Cry
Effect
3
would be
make an
sick.
amazing movie. Far Cry 3, like as a movie.
Ooh, yeah,
They
dude.
made a
That'd
Far
be
Cry
sick.
movie. It was trash,
Oh,
bro.
it was
Wait,
really bad.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was horrible.
Bro,
It was like
damn.
straight to Redbox or something.
straight to Redbox head.
But I like the idea. Like, I feel like you could definitely do
What's
three
y'all's take on the
specifically.
Ratchet and Clank movie?
Honestly,
I watched that the day it dropped.
I didn't watch
Was
it,
it
but
good?
I think it's a neat idea though. I think like
As a-
if you're gonna have like a animated PlayStation IP be a movie, I think Ratchet and Clank is a good start.
As
know?
a fan, it was really good, but I bet you, like, just as like a newcomer looking at it, it was like, bro, this is trash. I like it because it had fan service and it had like PlayStation Easter eggs and stuff in it, but like
Nice.
it had like Jack.
Whatever
and
happened to
Daxter,
Jack and
like, PS1.
Daxter, dude?
Naughty Dog
Naughty
moved
Dog,
on
see,
to
I
Uncharted,
know
bro.
about all this. You feel me?
Yeah.
They said
He's
that
like,
they are
don't get me
maturing-
started.
They're maturing and they feel like that they're not into that type of style of games anymore. They want to make mature
Yeah.
games. So, makes
Yeah,
sense.
man.
Yeah.
That's a little sad.
As we look at Uncharted to The Last of Us, you can definitely see the jump in maturity.
Oh,
It-
for sure.
They have grown with
Actually, to the
they
Uncharted
have grown
to
with
The
their
Last of Us.
fans. Absolutely. They have
They
made
could
games
sell
for
that
their
IP
fans.
though. They could just sell that IP to somebody and let them make it.
Dude,
you know?
yeah. Toys for
Mm,
Bob or
no,
something.
don't
Just let
do
them remake
that.
it.
Don't do that. They should not show that.
I mean, look.
What if they
look,
did like a Spyro style remake of it though? That was just like true to
that's
the
what fuck-
original,
Yo,
but like,
give it the Blue Point. Blue Point. Do
Yep.
it.
dude, yeah.
They
Yeah,
did the
you guys
Uncharted
actually-
trilogy great. They did the
Did you know
Uncharted
that
trilogy great.
How you know how Crash Bandicoot was actually in Uncharted 4?
Yeah.
That
Oh,
actually
what?
was not going to happen at first because they
would've
don't
been
have
wild.
the rights to the game. But
Yeah.
since like John Layden and like Activision, like how they've been close to PlayStation and stuff, they like hit them up anyways, and then they gave them okay, so they opened up some old assets, and then literally they said like the game took like back in the day 2 years to make, 2-3 years to make, but they gave that assignment to one person and they did it in like a day.
Wow.
Damn.
That's
How
crazy.
technology comes, that is crazy, bro. It's
Fire.
crazy.
Wow.
Heard that from
Plus, they
everyone
were
from-
pioneers back then. You know, they were doing it from scratch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like they had to figure all that stuff out at the time. Now we have all
Right.
that. You know?
Plus, they had old assets they could just pull out that they.
Yeah.
Mhm,
But
yeah.
the fact that one person built that like entire thing, like
It's insane.
crazy. But back then, it took like a team to do it in years. Which is weird, weird, bro.
I kind of wish I would have came up back. I wish I was like 40 right now, but had like came up back whenever it was like, very
Oh, I have a
niche to get
viewer-
into gaming.
I have a viewer for my stream. She's 78 years old.
What?
There's no
way.
That's
God.
awesome.
I-
That's so
she's 78
cool.
Years old, and she always like tells me about like the back in the day of gaming. It's some crazy
wild.
stuff.
Dude.
That's
One of-
crazy.
One of the back in the day games is indeed Final Fantasy VII. It coming out with a remake, pretty
Are y'all
short
excited
here.
for that?
Oh, I'm excited.
I am,
I'm
I am.
really
Bro,
excited.
bro.
I'm just
I haven't
excited
played
to
FF.
play for the first time. I mean, it'll be my first Final Fantasy as well. You know, so I'm excited for it. But,
honestly, 7's the only Final Fantasy I ever really got into. So
yeah. But
I like 10.
We did get leaked footage, not footage, but like images of the official back of the box. Right, and this is it's gonna be 100 gigs in size for a third.
No wonder they had to make it into 3 parts.
Yeah, it's a third of the game. How the hell a third
That's
of
probably
a game?
just graphics alone, though.
I mean,
like, have you seen the graphics, bro?
Oh, yeah,
dude, but still.
As well, though. I don't know if you guys seen all this. They even showing like side content. There's a lot. It's a pretty basket. It's pretty big.
The game looks straight nasty, bro. Like, it looks so good. But
it really does. Like,
it just
insanely
good.
It
comes out what, May? What?
April 10th.
April 10th.
I'm
gonna be playing on RE3.
Yeah, me too.
Dang.
I mean, sorry, if I gotta pick a remake, it's gonna be.
I'm gonna just play both. But yeah, I mean, 100 gigs is wild, but not really much to say there. Just
anybody excited for RE3? Like, actually excited? Or are you patient? I'm patient. I'm like patient.
Now that I
got a lot to do right now. So
now that I'm playing RE2, I'm a lot more excited for RE3 and to experience
honestly,
it like with everyone playing it. You know, I can't wait for
so
that.
Patient for every game except for one. It's ridiculous.
Lots
I'm just chilling.
yeah.
All these games coming out this year, I don't even care. I'm literally just like.
I'm looking on the same way.
Cyberpunk got delayed until September.
Cyberpunk kind of hurt. Cyberpunk hurt.
September.
Cyberpunk hurt a little bit to me, to be honest.
I'm honestly more excited about the new consoles than the new games coming out soon. You know what I mean?
Like new consoles are coming out this year. Like, I literally this whole I'm not really into the whole console talk. It's not for me. I don't know. Everybody's all excited for these next gen consoles, bro. I'm just trying to play Last of Us Part 2.
I love talking PS5.
There's always this brand new leak about the PS5s. People, I don't know. Like, I just think it's very boring.
Oh no! I'm the complete opposite, bro. I fucking love. Actually, you know what's crazy? I found. I'm gonna say this, and then we'll get to the last topic. But I was looking through some of my high school stuff that I made in class, and one of the assignments was like to make like information news video. So I actually made an information video comparing the Xbox One and the upcoming PlayStation 4.
You still have it?
Yeah, and I ran through specs. Bro, I kind of want to tweet it because, like, dude, it's so funny, bro. To like what we were talking about, like,
I gotta
so
see this,
funny, bro. You know what? I'm gonna tweet it tomorrow.
That I had when I was younger, like I remember. I'm not gonna lie. Back during the Uncharted 3 days, I made like my first ever YouTube video because like you could take the like they had like a theater mode where you could upload to YouTube, and I remember I did like a full commentary on Uncharted 3.
Oh,
dang.
That video is lost forever.
It's tragic. Tragic.
Yeah, I wish I could watch it back.
Lastly, here, the last topic of the episode. Call of Duty Warzone. We talked a little bit about this last week, the rumored battle royale for the game, but we did get a little bit more information about this rumored battle royale. There are some sources that have been saying that it is a joint project between Infinity Ward and Raven Software, which will roll out in early March. So it seems to be we're a mere few weeks away from this dropping, right? But there's also some other stuff as well that the website claims that it'll be available both within Modern Warfare as a patch, as well as a free standalone download from the PlayStation Store. Those who opt for the latter will be able to purchase and upgrade to the full version of the first-person shooter, which will unlock the campaign and the multiplayer. So it looks like this will be a standalone free-to-play if you don't own Modern Warfare. And for those that own Modern Warfare, it'll be a free patch. However, if you want to expand, when you get the free Warzone, if you want to buy the full game, you can do so straight from that client.
Dope.
Yeah, that's really exciting for
That
me,
looks-
particularly
Honestly,
because like I don't have the game, you know.
They're doing a lot of things great with this new like wave of how they drop post-game content.
Modern Warfare has been a
Yes.
very good year in terms of like post-launch support. I 100% agree.
Yes.
There's been a lot of good things. And they also learned that, let's see here, that Activision is ramping up its marketing activities with an influencer-focused hands-on event, which allegedly that happened or is going to happen as well. So it looks like we'll be getting some more thoughts from the Call of Duty community. We may hear from, of course, Drifter exclusive A's. As I said, those two before earlier in the podcast, as well as other personalities that are in COD. I guess Noah's kind of still in there. Noah J456, T Martin. He more does T Martin 2, but still he's still T Martin, so I guess he's still in the COD community. But yeah,
T Martin barely posts on his main channel anymore.
T Martin is right now he is T Martin 2 and has been for like multiple years now. Like that.
Bro, imagine that, bro. Full time variety gaming.
Yeah,
bro.
Fire. But dude, I know for real. But I like the idea of it coming free to play. I wish they made Blackout free to play. Honestly,
I bet the Rad Brad is like, bro, Last of Us 2 coming out. He just thinking like the views he's about to get.
Bro, I feel that
he's gonna get over like 2 million views per part.
Probably, yeah. But like,
he's about to make cash.
Does anyone here not have Modern Warfare? And if you don't, are you inclined to download this Warzone Battle Royale?
I don't have it, and I will definitely get Warzone if it's free to play for sure.
Yeah,
Bro,
why not?
Bro, I don't know if you guys played Blackout, but that was really good.
Blackout was really
fun.
Good. Blackout was so fun,
I had a
bro.
blast with it. It's my favorite battle royale, actually, except for Call of Duty Mobile. Oddly enough,
COD Mobile slaps, bro. COD Mobile slaps.
Underrated. It's so good.
Underrated as fuck.
It's the best mobile game in my opinion. It's so good.
Like, I feel that. I mean, look. Here's my look. I wish they put COD Mobile on Switch. No, on Switch.
Oh, dude.
COD Mobile needs to come to Switch. That would fucking kill. That would kill. Wait, what?
Is COD Mobile free?
Yes.
Yeah. It's free to play. Dude, definitely download it, bro. It's fun.
The Battle Royale mode is great.
Look at the pick up the iPhone as we speak.
Right.
They added zombies too, right?
Oh, yeah. They got zombies.
Wait, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
I haven't played it in a few months. Are you fucking
It's
serious?
like the Shangri-La map or something.
No!
It's one of the weird ones.
They added
I can't
Shang?
remember.
No way.
They added Shang?
No, maybe not Shangri-La. It's it's the one where you start off in the top and then you go down to the bottom and then there's like
Shino
little
Numa.
pass.
Shino
Numa.
Shino
Numa. Yeah.
Shino Numa. Shout out Shino Numa.
That's still a full map. But
that's lit.
Is there a bug in it?
Bro,
I thought something was fine over me. I thought I saw
it. While the homie Taj downloads Call of Duty Mobile and experiences that for the first time, I do want to ask the panel the random question of the week. If you are watching and would like to submit a random question of the week, feel free to tweet me, tweet one of us, put it in the Discord, wherever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the comments below. Let us know if you have any random questions that you want us to tackle on the future episode. But the question I have this week is, what's one game you'd be upset about if they didn't bring the PS5? So, of course, let's act like they didn't say, hey, PS4 games are working on PS5. Most of them are. But, let's act like, all right, if there was one game from this generation that they said, yo, it's staying in this generation, it's not coming to PS5, what game would you be most upset about?
Honestly, Ghosts of Tsushima. Like, I feel like it's coming so close to PS5 that I just don't even get why it's going to come out on PS4. You know, like, that game is so beautiful looking, and I feel like if they were to just put it on PS5, you know, like, make it that the home console, you know,
right?
That's true, but it started development like so early on.
I know, but they've delayed it so far back that it's like they could have just switched over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if they knew they were gonna delay it so much,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it never really had a date until summer 2019. I mean, 2020.
Yeah, it's just been low key.
It's just been like, hey, it's coming, but we haven't really. Hasn't really technically been delayed. It's low key been delayed, but.
I think it's gonna be a good game, but I'm not even excited for it.
Dude, I can't wait for those.
There's something about it where I'm not super excited about it, but I have a feeling that it's gonna be like a sleeper hit.
It's gonna
I think it's gonna be good. I mean, I hope so.
Bro, I wonder what Naughty Dog's doing that. Bro, I just need another Naughty Dog game. You know?
That dude, Savage Starlight, bro. That fucking sci-fi game.
That would be tight.
That's what we're doing. But
I think this is the end of Last of Us. I'm gonna be honest. There's
not gonna be a part 3. I 100% agree. There will not be a part 3, and I'm fine with that. What's one game you'd be upset about? I'm trying to think about what mine would be. Honestly, I feel like, what's one game I'd be upset?
I can't even believe there's a part 2. I'm just looking at Ellie's face right now. Like,
damn, bro. This
my bad. I mean.
Man, wow. I feel like you'd be upset if they didn't bring Last of Us Part 2 to PS5 as well. I'm presuming, Taj.
I don't think I'd care.
What the fuck? How
It would just be, bro. It's not, bro. It's just frames and resolution. Like it's not like the PS4 looks any bad. It's gonna really like, would the remaster of that really make my eyes look any different other than like 60 frames? And
Well,
plus, let's be honest,
bro.
Uncharted 4 was a very smooth 30 frame game.
That ray tracing though.
He's got a point, dude. That's gonna be.
That ray tracing might look fire,
That's a game
bro.
changer.
It might look fire. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm ready for that. I mean, I assume that it's coming. You know, I don't think it's gonna be released as another game. I think it'll be patched, but
yeah, it'll definitely just be a patch. I think if Destiny were to not come to PS5,
I have 2 LA editions and a collector's. So yeah,
you trying to slide one over to me because I would really appreciate.
I'm already sliding them, fam. That's why I got so many.
I bet. Bro,
I have a subscriber over in the UK.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
So I got her one. I got myself one, and then my collectors that I had, I was gonna rob somebody on eBay, but then I'm gonna just slide it to one of my homies. So
fire.
I came in clutch.
I feel like if Bungie were to move on to a new IP, which they did get a substantial investment bulk amount from, I believe, Tencent. I think it was them, but they got that like 2 years ago.
PlayStation's pricing yet?
No, they haven't announced it yet, have they?
No, like they're.
No, he's talking about how they're trying to hold it.
Oh yeah.
Because I think either way they're still taking like even price at $450.
Yeah, I didn't put that on the doc. I do have a separate video that I'm making tomorrow about that, but yeah, I mean,
pretty much. I think either if it's 450 or 500, they're still going for L.
Yeah, so which I mean, like I think also work out for them because PlayStation Plus they have 39 million subscribers. So if you do the math on that, that's that's just money. You know what I'm saying? That they're just getting. You know.
Money.
Like, I mean, off of that and PS Now, so off of that, as well as how well the first-party games are selling overall, I feel like they're going to be okay with taking either very, very small profits per console or no profit at all and taking a loss for each console for the first year or 2 years of PS5's life cycle. I feel like it's still going to be okay, you know?
Yeah, they'll make their money on software.
Oh, yeah, 100%, 100%. Because right now the numbers are that to just solely manufacture the hardware is at $450 right now, and
Which
if you
crazy.
but that's not even taking into account like the packaging as well as shipping and stuff like that.
Why can't they do this stuff in bulk? Did they not explain that?
No, that is the bulk price. Like that's like after
that's
bulk.
insane.
Yeah,
That's insane.
yeah.
What would you do if
question?
it came out and it was $600?
I mean,
That's hard to budget. You got the console itself $600. You're gonna want at least like 2-3 games.
They wouldn't ever do that at 600 because if you guys recall, the PS3 launched at 600 and that was a fucking disaster. So no, like they would never. Yeah, so like they would never do that.
Whenever I buy my PS5, I don't look. This is the best way to budget. I feel like. Let's say the console's $500. You get that, grab 2 games. I say don't buy another controller. Like I don't think you need any accessories. A lot of people feel like I think they're gonna go overboard. They're gonna get like controllers, the games. They're probably gonna buy like a headset with it or something. You know what I mean? Like.
Crazy people. Yeah, I've seen people. They're talking like, "Oh, I plan on spending over $1,000 when the new console hits." It's like, what? Yeah. Just buy the console and a game. You'll be all right.
Like, the good news is, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say 4K TVs are getting really cheap at least. So like, if you get a good TV to go with your console, it won't be like super expensive.
I'm already 4K'd out. I got a 4K monitor. I got a 4K. You know, so like the 4K department, I'm good on. For me, it depends on the launch lineup because I got to see how many games I'm getting, right? If it's first party at PlayStation, I am getting that day one. That's obvious. But I got to look at what is what is coming out from
launch. Did y'all sign up for the PlayStation thing today, the celebration thing?
I did do that. I did that as well. It's
I mean, let's be real. All those rewards, we're going to have them.
Yeah.
I cannot even turn on my PlayStation. I'm going to have all 3.
Facts. But is there any other games that y'all can think of that you would hate to see not come to PS5? For me, I think it'd be Destiny. Like, if Bungie were to move on to new IP, I would miss Destiny as a franchise, but that is probably what I would say, like, my knee-jerk answer is.
See, and of all the ones we talked about, that's the one I feel like is maybe likely to get shut down just because the servers for Destiny are what matter in Destiny's situation. You know what I mean? It wouldn't even be an issue of, like, the game not running on the new generation. It would just be, like, oh, we've abandoned this game to work on future games. You know what I mean?
I was even thinking that. I guess I was thinking like more of like from like a franchise standpoint. Like if like we never got like a Destiny 3. If we never got like a new implementation of like Destiny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, man, like damn. That'd be kind of sad. But
That would be sad.
but yeah, if that's all y'all got to say, I guess we can end this podcast. Who wants to start? Tajae.
Yep.
Where can the people find you?
You can find me over on Twitter at Tajae Moment. On YouTube, on YouTube as Tajae. And yeah, those like the main two socials that I use, YouTube and Twitter.
Links in the description as well for all these homies as well. Links in the description. But to my immediate left, Brent and Jamal, you may say your piece.
Find our podcast, Game Speak Podcast, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all those places. Also, we post in video format on YouTube, youtube.com/createforsanity. And then we're on Instagram and everywhere else. You can just find us by our names. Like, we'll pop up. And then we post stuff there. I'm still working on the Twitter thing. I don't really understand what's going on over there. Everybody's mad. But, no, just kidding.
Jamel's got new hats on our website that are pretty fresh if you guys are interested.
Embroidered. No, but, but that's it. That's where we're at.
There you go. And of course.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm not gonna steal the spotlight like that. Go ahead.
No, I mean I would just extend my outro. So like if you want to say something, by all means, go.
Self-congratulate myself, but we're not gonna do that.
Oh yeah, 6,000 subs. 6,000 subs.
That's not self-congratulating. That's
absolutely. Yo, that's
coming up quick. I don't know what's going on right now, but I'm about to be at 6.1 in
congratulations.
How many subs I probably have
on the rise.
People got that Last of Us fever, dude.
Absolutely.
That's what's going on.
I need 10 more subs for 6.1.
Next week is gonna be I guess a special birthday episode for the boy. By the boy I mean myself. Because I'm guys, are we drinking next episode? Because I'm kind of down. Are we drinking? Are we doing some birthday?
I don't usually drink in cast, but we could.
I don't either. Honestly, wait. Okay, we will talk about that after this recording. Because honestly, I'm kind of down. I'm like a little bit down, but we'll see. But of course, you can tune in next week as well as any other future episodes on youtube.com/PlayStation Source, as well as of course any of the major podcast services, that of course being Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, and Spotify. Links in the description to our anchor link where you can see all those other podcast services that we are on. Like the episode if you enjoyed it, as well as stay subscribed to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. As well as down below, link to our Twitter at PSSourceVids. Check out that as well. As well as, we are still chugging along on the Uncharted 2 playthrough. Make sure to go. I plan on streaming that this week as well. As if you missed it, Dreams, the full Media Molecule Arts Dream playthrough was uploaded yesterday as of this recording. So make sure to go check out that as well. So thank you all for watching. Oh, also check out for Road to Part 2 again this week. Episode 26. Check it out there. And, so thank you all for watching. And as always,
greatness awaits.
By the way, Weeknd's album dropped.
Oh, really?
wait.
Just now?
Wait, stop. I know Attracted. Did the full album come out?
I might be wrong. Hold on.
I heard it was
The Weeknd?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nah, it's three tracks dropped.
I love The Weeknd.
But did y'all get that Billie Eilish 007 song?
I did not. All right. Later, guys. I'll see you.
Later, guys.
Peace, man.